Chapter 1680. Nearby, monster in front. That makes sense. The monster in front was skeptical, but he still stepped forward. Nearby, monster in front. Someone said that there were many hidden quests in the divine realm, but only a few people could trigger them. I didn't expect there to be hidden quests in the newbie village. How did you find them? Shang felt that the monster in front was quite silly. He actually believed what she said. It was rare to see such a silly and sweet person nowadays, except for some female protagonists. Nearby, your grandpa, you'll know soon. Remember, don't move. Shang left this sentence and walked towards the entrance of the beginner village. Nearby, monster in front. Hey, you're leaving? Nearby, monster in front. Can we add each other as friends? The friend request was immediately sent over, but Shang rejected it without looking at it. When he realized that he had been tricked, he would come after him. Did he look that stupid? No. Shang walked to the entrance of the newbie village and found that he couldn't get out. You want to step out of the newbie village when you're level 0? Do you think we're just for show? Haha, unless you're cheating. So angry. Shang went offline to make up a cheat. An hour later, he came back online. As soon as he came online, he saw a monster standing in front of him. Nearby, monster in front, you liar. Nearby, monster in front, there's nothing there. Nearby, your grandpa, are you stupid? You believed me just because I said so? If there really was a hidden quest, would I tell you? I'm teaching you a lesson. Don't trust people so easily. You don't have to pay. Nearby, monster in front. The screen in front of Shang suddenly turned gray and his character fell to the ground. Shang. After killing her, the monster in front of him looked at the message that popped up in front of him and felt that he was watching a fake game. Nearby, monster in front. You. Why did killing you make me drop a level? He was level 6, but after killing her, he dropped to level 5. He quickly checked Shang's player information. Player ID, your grandpa player level, 0 player profession, cleric Shang resurrected. Nearby, your grandpa, you killed me in the newbie village. That's not scientific. Which game allowed players to kill in the newbie village? As for dropping levels, she really didn't know. She was still a naive girl who didn't understand. Nearby, monster ahead. Nearby, monster in front, so why can I kill you? Nearby, your grandpa. How would I know how you killed him? This person didn't look like a newbie. Since he wasn't a noob, he must be a weirdo to be thinking about killing people in the novice village. As soon as Shang sent that sentence, she found that she had been killed again. The computer screen turned gray, and the character inside let out an indescribable scream. Nearby, monster ahead, you can really kill it. Shang was furious. My sword. Nearby, monster in front. Ah, I dropped to level 4. You're poisonous. Shang. Seeing how silly he was, she decided to let him off the hook. Shang knew that she had 2 bugs right now due to the contribution of monsters from before. The player who killed her would drop levels. They could kill her in the novice village, but they could also kill her in any safe map. So, there was actually a reward for this account with countless 2s? Flip's table. What kind of reward was this? Where did boss you get this account from? She was poisonous. Shang exited the novice village. The monsters in front of him had dropped levels and couldn't come out, so he was even more agitated. He had seen her information before. She was only level 0. How did she get out? The monsters in front of him kept sending Shang friend requests. Shang was annoyed, so he turned off the friend requests. The newbie mission to hunt level 10 wolves required players to go to the level 10 to 20 green grass pond outside the novice village. Shang walked there slowly. It was still considered a safe map. As long as you didn't attack the monsters, they wouldn't attack you. If the player didn't start PK, they would be safe. Of course, there was a setting to start a massacre, but there would be punishment for doing so. Generally, players wouldn't start a massacre unless there was a blood feud between them. Shi Shang wandered around the green grass pond and found some wolves. A pack of tall and strong wolves could kill a naive girl like her with one swipe of their claws. Shi Shang wandered around outside. He didn't know if he could use a bug to fight. Just as Shi Shang was thinking about using a bug, her character fell to the ground again. Shi Shang. There were a few people fighting in the distance. A flying skill killed her. What an unexpected disaster. The scariest thing was that even if she didn't start PK, she would still be accidentally injured. So, it was proven that no matter where she was, there was no safe zone. She could only be stabbed to death. Shi Shang died and returned to the novice village. Unfortunately, he met another monster in front of him. Nearby, monster in front. He, why did you die and come back? A monster in front of Shi Shang jumped in front of her. It didn't seem to care that Shi Shang had tricked it and made it drop a level. This was a naive girl. Nearby, your grandpa. I died and came back. Nearby, monster in front. You were killed again? Nearby, your grandpa. Accidentally. A monster in front of her ran around her twice. Nearby, monster in front. You're not even level 1. You'll definitely die easily. Do you want to team up with me? I'll carry you. Nearby, your grandpa. No. Shi Shang rejected the monster in front of her. She left the novice village again. A monster in front of her followed her and left the novice village too. Shi Shang clicked on its information and found that it was level 10. Nearby, your grandpa. Did you use a bug? How long has it been? It's already level 10. Nearby, monster in front. No. After you left, I accepted a quest and reached level 10. Nearby, your grandpa. Nearby, monster in front. What are you doing at the green grass pond? Do you have a quest? What quest? I can help you, really. Nearby, your grandpa. Where did this chatterbox come from? Go out and kill it. Shi Shang walked in front of the jackal. The group of people who were fighting just now was still there. Shi Shang silently moved away and opened the system store. The only advantage of this game was that even level 0 players could open the system store to buy some items. Of course, the items that could be bought depended on the player's level. With Shi Shang's current level 0, he could only buy things like experience pills and blood recovery pills. Everything else was gray. How frustrating. Most importantly, she didn't have any money. Let's use the bug happily. Knock knock. Just as Shi Shang was about to use the bug, someone knocked on the door and unlocked it. Yuji opened the door and looked inside. His gaze moved from the screen to Shi Shang. It's time to sleep. It was already the middle of the night. He wanted her to play for a while so that she wouldn't be so nervous, but she was addicted to it. Let's play for a while more. She had to use the bug. Shi Shang turned back and continued to look at the screen. The monster in front of her was still chattering in front of her. The entire nearby channel was occupied by him. Yuji reached out and pressed on the wall twice. Shi Shang's screen suddenly darkened. Shi Shang. Your grandpa. Asterisk hashtag 5,000 monthly votes and updates hashtag tomorrow's update will be after 11 o'clock p.m. and will be on the morning of the 28th. So don't wait for the update tonight. Hashtag last request for monthly votes and recommendation tickets hashtag. Chapter 1681. Shi Shang stood up immediately. Yuji stood at the door and waited for her to come over. When she came close, he carried her to the bed. With Shi Shang's small arms and legs, how could she be a match for the adult Yuji? Be good and go to sleep. We'll play again tomorrow. Yuji wrapped her in the blanket and stared at her with a gloomy gaze, as if he would do something terrible if she refused. Shi Shang was furious. It's fine if you interfere with my freedom, but now you want to control whether I sleep or not. Aren't you being too nosy? The gloominess in Yuji's eyes deepened. Be good. No. Shi Shang bit his hand. When he let go of her in pain, she slipped out from under the blanket and stood opposite Yuji. Yuji exuded a gloomy aura and looked at Shi Shang with a gloomy gaze. The temperature in the room seemed to drop a lot. Shi Shang couldn't help but shiver. Damn it, he scared her to death. Come here. Yuji's voice was deeper than before, and there was a strange emotion in it. I won't. Yuji's eyes were dark and there was no light in them at all. There was only an endless abyss. Darkness and evil intertwined in the abyss, making one's heart turn cold. Shi Shang frowned slightly. It was the character she hated the most. Yuji looked at her for a full minute and turned to leave the room. The door wasn't closed, but there were people standing outside. If she went out, she would be caught. Yuji came back after a while with a blanket in his hand. He turned on the power of the computer again and walked around the bed to wrap Shi Shang with the blanket. He carried her to the computer. He sat in front of the computer with Shi Shang in his arms. Shi Shang was so small that she was almost invisible from behind. Yuji opened the game skillfully. When he logged in, he paused for a moment and then quickly entered a string of passwords. You're spying on me. Shi Shang frowned unhappily. Yes, Yuji replied. Shi Shang. It's hard for me to answer you like this. Is it really okay to be so honest? He adjusted the position of the Shi Shang. Shi Shang reached out to touch the mouse, but he refused to let go. He lowered his gaze and looked at the girl in his arms. 1 hour. Go to sleep. She was very energetic now. She had slept for a long time and was not sleepy at all. What was there to sleep for? She wanted to cultivate. A life without cultivation was no different from a salted fish. Give it to me. Shi Shang grabbed Yuji's hand and shook it gently. Yuji's expression relaxed a little, but he still didn't let go. He would only give it to her if Shi Shang agreed. Where his eyes soared. Shi Shang looked at her small arms and legs. She couldn't kill him with a sword, so with her current strength, she would be at a disadvantage. All right, 1 hour. He should lower his head when he should. Moreover, this was his wife. It was not a big deal. Yuji let go of her hand and pushed the mouse to her side. He leaned back slightly and hugged her waist with one hand to prevent her from falling. His actions were not flirtatious, just like an older brother hugging his playful younger sister. Shi Shang logged into the game again. There were monsters in front of her, but she was surrounded by people. She died as soon as she went online. Shi Shang. This was the most frustrating game I had ever played. What account did you give me? Shi Shang turned around and asked the person behind her. Yuji opened his eyes slightly and glanced at the screen. He didn't say anything. You did it on purpose. Shi Shang was furious. Yes. Yuji was as honest as ever. Shi Shang. Very good. I didn't even have a chance to do anything to him. Shi Shang turned around and resurrected. She didn't believe that a lousy game could kill her. She had always been the one to play games to death. Nearby, monsters in front. Did you go offline just now? There were monsters in front of her who had died and resurrected. They were standing beside her. Nearby, your grandpa, what happened? Although she only caught a glimpse of them, the green grass pond was full of players. Why were they not sleeping at night and gathering at the green grass pond to cultivate? What was wrong with them? Nearby, monsters in front. Look at the World Channel. What a drama. SK. I didn't expect such a good show to happen as soon as the server was opened. Shi Shang opened the World Channel. The news in the World Channel refreshed too quickly. Shi Shang scrolled for a long time before the topic started. The general plot of the story was that a player called Overwhelming Smile and a player called Firefly Yarn met at Green Grass Pond. Overwhelming Smile snatched away Firefly Yarn's boss. Afterward, Firefly Yarn led a van full of friends and family to gang up on Overwhelming Smile. Who was Overwhelming Smile? Jin Jong-chun was currently at level 48, while Overwhelming Smile was at level 45. She was a famous female player on the level leaderboard. However, she had dropped to level 12. If she continued to level down, she would die. Yet, Overwhelming Smile was stubborn. She refused to admit defeat, refusing to log off no matter what Shifeng said. World, your grandpa. How could there be a boss in a level 10 map? Shishang sent a message, but the system kept telling her that the message had failed. F***CK, I need money. Shishang turned to look at Grandpa Ug. Grandpa looked at her with an unreadable expression. Shishang winked at him. Her round face was soft and cute. After a long while, he moved his body and hugged Shishang from behind. His slender fingers tapped on the keyboard a few times and bound a bank card to Shishang. You're so nice. Shishang kissed him on the cheek. Ug seemed to smile, but it quickly disappeared. He leaned back on the chair and closed his eyes to rest. World, your grandpa. How could there be a boss in a level 10 map? If you don't cause trouble in the game, when will you cause trouble? Cause trouble. Act cool. World, Avenger. You're right. I remember that green grass pond doesn't have a boss. Where did Firefly Yarn find a boss? World, Soy Milk and Youtiao. I thought I remembered wrongly. I said that other servers didn't have a boss. How could Jean Zhongchuan's green grass pond have one? World, I'll speak for you. Isn't Firefly Yarn lying? World, Firefly Frost. There is a boss. There really is one. World, Fairy Firefly. She was the one who stole our boss. World, Avenger. Do you have a screenshot? You were the only ones here. You were the one who said it. We didn't see it. World, Soy Milk and Youtiao. Even if there is, you're too much. Even if Overwhelming Smile stole your boss, do you have to go so far? How much hatred do you have? World, in business. A woman's world is scary. World, humans and dogs are different. Ha ha ha, are you looking for an excuse to bully her? World, Firefly Yarn, screenshot. Screenshot. The main character didn't say anything. He just coldly threw out 2 screenshots. The background of the screenshots was indeed the green grass pond. An unknown boss was in the middle of the screenshot, and a group of girls, led by Firefly, were attacking the boss. Asterisk 23333 votes. Chapter 1682. World Avenger. F***CK, there really is one. World Business Talk Business. A bug. God's domain had been running for a year, and maps like Green Grass Pond had long been destroyed. However, no one had ever seen such a boss. Everyone thought it was a bug. Firefly Yarn confirmed that they were not lying. She ordered the players to stop attacking Overwhelming Smile. World Firefly Yarn, Gu Xiao, I know you're unhappy, but I'm already engaged to him. Not in the game but in real life. Please don't disturb us. World Onlookers, what's going on at night? What's going on? A mistress? A scumbag cheating? World Misdating, I thought this only happened in novels. I didn't expect to see a live version today. World Different Paths of Men and Dogs. Ha ha ha, there's drama everywhere in the game. The world channel was flooded with messages. Shishang's attention was completely focused on that boss. What kind of luck is this to spawn a boss in a level 10 to 20 map? While Shishang was studying the boss, a few pots of drama had been spilled on the world channel. Shishang closed the world channel and went to Green Grass Pond. Nearby, monsters in front. Where are you going? Green Grass Pond is full of people. You'll die if you go. Nearby, monsters in front. Hey, are you nearby? Can you see me talking? Nearby, monsters in front. Squeak if you see. Shishang ignored the monsters in front of him and went all the way to Green Grass Pond. He didn't know what happened in the world channel, but there were a lot of monsters in Green Grass Pond. They were all elite monsters that attack people. They were fighting with the players. Most of the players were heading towards the depths of Green Grass Pond. Shishang opened up the world channel to take a look. Just now, they were watching a melodramatic drama. Who would have thought that a monster would suddenly appear and attack them? Then, the players at Green Grass Pond received a quest to kill a blood wolf. The quest was marked in purple. Those who had done hidden quests before knew that it was a hidden quest. However, it was the first time that they received a hidden quest. Hidden quests could be shared, but they couldn't be transferred. The players who had played the game for many years were dumbfounded. They didn't know that the game could be played like this. As a result, a group of players ranging from level 35 to level 40 gathered together to fight in a level 10 map. Just imagine how spectacular that scene would be. Shi Shang relied on her mechanics to weave through these people at level 0 without dying. The monsters in front of her were dumbfounded. Nearby, monster in front. What the F***CK? Guru. Such a flashy positioning. He was definitely a god. God. Your character has died, Shi Shang. Monsters in front. God. Shi Shang flicked her mouse in annoyance. I'll die if I get hit by a skill. God. World Blizzard without return. What the F***CK? Why did I drop in level? Blizzard no return was the person who killed Shi Shang. The moment he killed Shi Shang, he was notified by the system that he had lost a level. He couldn't stay calm anymore and yelled out in the world channel. World Dawn. Drop a level? God, how? World Blizzard of no return. I don't know. It just dropped out of nowhere. World folded. Brother, you're not the only one. I'm one too. I don't know why my level dropped just now. World Dawn. I dropped it too. World, in business. What are they talking about? What level drop? World, onlooker. Aren't you doing a hidden mission? You guys were attacked by a boss? World, Blizzard of no return. It's not the boss. I didn't even see the boss. Was there a bug in this map? A strange boss. And now we're dropping levels for no reason. Shi Shang was in a bad mood. She threw herself into the crowd. After all, if she died, the other party would lose a level. As a result, the green grass pond was filled with cries of agony. No one was willing to do the hidden quest. Many players left the green grass pond and went to the World channel to complain to the GMs. World, folded ear. Is there anyone on the leaderboard who calls you uncle? World Blizzard without return. Yes, I killed her 3 times. World. I'll speak for you, me too. World folded ear. I killed her 4 times. Every time I killed her, I would lose a level. The World channel was silent for a while. It was estimated that the people who lost a level went to check the message records. The messages of killing and losing a level were next to each other. As long as you killed Shi Shang, the message of losing a level would pop up. No matter how much experience you needed to level up, you would lose a level after killing her. World Dawn. What's going on? Who's your uncle? World, your uncle, me. World, Blizzard without return. World, folded ear. World, onlooker. What the hell, you'll lose a level after killing her? Are you for real? World, Avenger. She's at 349. 459. I see her. A group of people in the World channel suddenly rushed to the location where Shi Shang was. She was just a small and invisible person. Suddenly surrounded by so many big players, the small and invisible person was trembling. The first to arrive was the Avenger. He was a swordsman. Without saying anything, he used a skill. Shi Shang successfully fell to the ground, and the Avenger's level also dropped. Nearby and in the World channel. World, folded ear. What's wrong with your account? Is it a bug? World, your uncle. Probably. Shi Shang was forcibly pulled up. Blizzard without return used a skill. Shi Shang fell to the ground again. Shi Shang was pulled up again. Blizzard without return continued to use skills. Shi Shang was dead. World, your uncle. You're addicted to playing, right? Shi Shang didn't lose a level or equipment. She didn't care. She just watched this group of people kill her. However, after killing so many people, she couldn't stand it anymore. Blizzard without return stopped and asked people to pull Shi Shang up. Private, Blizzard without return. This girl is lucky. Are you interested in joining our god's abode? Shi Shang looked at Blizzard without returns information. When he said that he had dropped 4 levels, Shi Shang saw his information. At that time, he was level 40. But now, he only dropped 1 level. That meant that he didn't lose a level after killing her. It was impossible for a game to have such a big bug. Even if she didn't level up, she could kill everyone in the server. How could this game be played? So losing 5 levels was the bottom line. Private. Your uncle. What do you mean? Private, Blizzard without return. You don't know? Private. Your uncle. Know what? Private. Folded ear. Girl, are you interested in joining our seamless team? I'll give it to you as an elder. You can use the resources as you wish. Private. Intentional waves. Girl, join our flowing water pavilion. You can set the conditions. Several private messages popped up. Shi Shang was confused. What's going on? 3 of the top 10 guilds in the Divine Dominion came all of a sudden, and their rankings weren't low. When did I become so popular? Buttface, go online and show I your script. Do you dare? Asterisk, a storm is coming. Are you ready for it? Chapter 1683. No one knew what Blizzard Wu Gue was thinking. He didn't reply for a long time. The other 2 people sent her a lot of messages, but they were all inviting her to join the gang. They didn't mention anything about her value that was worth so much effort. Shi Shang was about to type when a pair of hands reached out from behind and pushed the keyboard away. Time's up. Shi Shang glanced at the screen. It just so happened to be the time she logged in. Boss, do you have too much time on your hands? Can't you let me play a game in peace? Yuji picked her up. You have to keep your promise. Otherwise, you're not allowed to play games in the future. You'll lose me like this. I won't. Yuji put Shi Shang and the blanket back on the bed and asked someone to remove the computer. He didn't leave and just sat by the bed. Go to sleep. Shi Shang. He was crazy. Shi Shang curled up under the blanket and tossed and turned for a while. She pulled the blanket away and sat up. I'm hungry. Yuji put down the documents in his hand and called someone. Soon, someone sent food in. Shi Shang sat on the bed and Yuji sat on the other side of her. He took the bowl and chopsticks and wanted to eat with her. You're hungry too? Shi Shang bit his chopsticks and looked at him. 3rd young master hasn't eaten yet. The chauffeur answered and successfully got a warning look from Yuji. He quickly lowered his head and left the room. Why do they call you 3rd young master? Wasn't 3rd young master you the person she killed tonight? Eat. Talk to me. Shi Shang didn't really want to eat. He just wanted to see what Yuji meant. Why did you leave me here? Yuji put down his chopsticks and looked at her face. You belong here. Shi Shang. What the hell? How did she belong here? Yuji continued to eat. Shi Shang only moved a little after he finished eating. She stared at him in a daze. He didn't know what she was thinking. Yuji wiped his mouth and glanced at the girl from the corner of his eyes. Her reaction was different from what he had expected. He thought she would cry and throw a tantrum, but she didn't. The first thing she did after coming in was to play games. Sleep early. I'll allow you to play games tomorrow. Yuji knew that she didn't want to eat, so he didn't persuade her. Who needs your permission? Shi Shang rolled his eyes, jumped out of bed and went to the bathroom. He washed up and fell asleep immediately. When the Shi Shang woke up the next day, Yuji wasn't there, but the driver was. He knocked on the door when the Shi Shang woke up, then opened the door and came in. You can watch the surveillance cameras too? Shi Shang had just woken up, so her voice was even softer and sweeter. It was the kind of voice that could melt one's heart. Miss, you can't, the driver replied with a smile. Then how did you know I was awake? 3rd young master called me to tell me. The driver continued to smile. Shi Shang glanced at the surveillance camera, then turned her head to look around the room. She jumped out of bed and dragged the chair over to the camera. "Miss, be careful." The driver was afraid that Shi Shang would fall, so he looked at her nervously, but he didn't stop her. Shi Shang broke off the surveillance camera and threw it on the ground. The driver asked the helpers to clean it up. As soon as the helpers left, another person came in to continue installing the camera. Shi Shang. The driver let someone install the camera for every camera that Shi Shang broke off. His attitude was so good that Shi Shang couldn't find fault with him. "Ask third young master to come out. Don't think that he can hide. Ask him to come out. Third young master, I know you're here. Come out." Shi Shang gave up on breaking the camera and turned to walk to the window. The iron plate outside the window had been removed and replaced with a metal railing. Shi Shang leaned against the glass and looked down. Third young master Yu's parents were making a scene downstairs. A circle of bodyguards in black stood outside, blocking them. "Hey." Shi Shang turned to look at the driver. "Miss, what's the matter?" The driver took a few steps forward. "Why are you calling him third young master? How is he related to the Yu family?" "Because third young master is the third son." The driver wasn't as wishy-washy as Yu Ji. He answered quickly, "Third young master is old master Yu's third son." "An old son? You can say that. An old son should be favored. Why isn't he the heir of the Yu family?" The heir wasn't old master Yu's son, but his grandson. It was fine if the rest of the Yu family didn't live up to expectations, but Yu Ji didn't look like one either. The driver smiled. "Third young master has his own business. He doesn't need to inherit the Yu family." "Murder and arson?" The driver. Couldn't they have a proper conversation? Third young master was that kind of person. Third young master was a legitimate businessman. "He's harboring a murderer like me. Will he be fine?" Shi Shang looked down at the people below. "Miss, you must be joking. You went back to the villa with third young master, but you accidentally got separated from him. How can you be a murderer?" Shi Shang. His ability to lie through his teeth was amazing. Shi Shang drew the curtains and sat back at the desk. "Where's the computer?" "Miss, please wait a moment." The driver immediately asked someone to bring the computer in and install it. "Okay, you can go out." The driver glanced at Shi Shang. Deep down, he wasn't as calm as he looked on the surface. Third young master had locked her up here. Yes, locked her up. Third young master had clearly ordered that she wasn't allowed to leave the room. If she ran away, they would all suffer. However, this 12-year-old girl in front of him was neither arrogant nor impatient. She wasn't flustered or panicked. She was playing with the computer calmly as if it was her own home. She was really open-minded. Shi Shang logged into the game. She was still at the same place as last night. The moment she logged in, she almost died from the messages. Most of them were private messages. From these people's words, Shi Shang finally found out the truth that he hadn't been able to find out in time last night. Her account was a special account. In the early days of the Divine Dominion, it was mentioned that there would be special accounts. These special accounts would be played differently from normal accounts. There were already 3 special accounts that had been exposed in the previous 6 servers. They were really awesome, scammers. For example, there was a player with a special account that could ignore all other players' attacks. There was also a player with a double experience bar. This meant that other players needed 10,000 experience points to level up, but he only needed 5,000. The experience points gained from killing monsters were doubled. Of course, these accounts also had weaknesses. The one that could ignore all players' attacks was even worse than normal accounts when it came to dealing with other monsters. It could only ignore players' attacks. The one that could double the experience points gained from killing a specific monster would not double the experience points gained. Instead, the experience points gained would be deducted. Anyway, this kind of account was very deceptive. The deceptive index was much higher than the lucky index. If it was so deceptive, why would people want to get closer to people with special accounts? However, this was all the information that these people revealed. Shi Shang couldn't understand it at all. There wasn't much information on the forum either. There were all kinds of strange things that the 3 deceptive accounts had done. This game even gave off a sense of mystery. Chapter 1684. Shishang wanted to find someone to ask for information, but a message suddenly popped up, scaring Shishang. Private, UG, Ad. Just those 2 names, she didn't even need to look to know who it was. Private, your grandpa, what if I don't add? Private, UG, you'll know when I get back. Private, your grandpa, then come back. Come back now. I miss you. Flirting with your father is a piece of cake. Private, UG, I still have 2 more meetings. I'll be home at 7 p.m. At Private, your grandpa, toxic phone CI, I'm so scared. I'm shivering. Shishang wanted to add him as a friend, but when she clicked on his profile, the shiny level 45 almost blinded Shishang. Shishang quickly added him as a friend. Private, your grandpa. Guru, take me to do a mission. She was level 0 and couldn't beat the tough wolves. It would be a waste not to hug her own wife's thigh. She could even cultivate feelings. This was the right way to fall in love. Private, UG, huh? Private, your grandpa. I can't beat the mission last night. Private, UG, then don't. Private, your grandpa, you want to hit on me with this kind of attitude? Dream on. Shishang closed the private chat. No matter what UG said, she ignored him. In the end, the driver knocked on the door and came in to tell Shishang that 3rd young master had agreed. Although the driver was also very confused about what he agreed to. Shishang opened the private chat. UG sent a message. Private, UG, which one? Private, your grandpa. Green grass ponds level 10 wolves. Didn't you see them last night? Private, UG. Shishang felt that UG probably meant that he was a big player, but he had to fight level 10 monsters. It was as if he was joking with his divinity. UG asked Shishang to meet him at Green Grass Pond. Last night, during the incident at Green Grass Pond, she heard that Overwhelming Smile had taken down the hidden boss. Not only had Overwhelming Smile taken down the boss, but Firefly Yarn had also been slapped in the face by Overwhelming Smile. Overwhelming Smile and Firefly Yarn's target had been her high school classmate, and they had even gone to the same university. Now that her boyfriend, whom she had been in love with for many years, had cheated on her, she could only wish that the B*TCH and the dog would be together forever. When she heard that Overwhelming Smile had been beaten up miserably, she had not been in front of the computer. By the time she had returned, the incident had already reached its end. Coincidentally, the boss with low HP just happened to be right in front of her. Although she had lost a lot of levels, she could still fight a boss with low HP. When Shishang arrived at the Green Grass Pond, it was empty. There were only small monsters wandering around. It was not as lively as it was last night. Shishang waited for about 3 minutes before a pharmacist who was staring at UG appeared in front of her. Shishang was speechless. What the F***CK? I forgot to check his occupation. Shishang glanced at the level 10 jackal. It was so big that even an apothecary would be able to crush it, right? Private chat, UG, team up. Shishang accepted UG's invitation. Team, UG, which one should we fight? Team, your uncle, Jackal. UG's character began to move towards the Jackal. Shishang clicked follow. The 2 of them approached the Jackal one after the other. The Jackal used a skill and the 2 of them died at the same time. Team, your uncle. I might have a fake almighty. Team UG, his HP has changed. Shishang looked at the Jackal group. He could not see anything special. UG revived Shishang before rushing in again. Shishang saw it clearly this time. In that instant, the Jackal's HP skyrocketed. Why was the Jackal's HP so high? This was not logical. You're only level 10, okay? Not level 100. Did you steal your HP? Planning team, come out. We need to talk about life. Shishang and Yu were once again subdued by the jackal's claws. Shishang did not believe it and tried again. He died again. Died again. Died again. Team, your uncle. Leave the team and try again. Yu took a while to react. He left the team and rushed into the jackal group. The jackal's HP returned to normal and they were killed instantly by Yu. Shishang. What a toxic account. World Blue Enchantress. I passed by Green Grass Pond just now and saw a level 45 account dying in the middle of the jackal group. Ha ha ha, I don't know what he's doing. World, business talk business. Who is it? So bored that he went to tease the jackal group. World, daily report. According to the live report, Yu, level 45, ranked 10th on the level ranking board. He's a very low-key person. I heard that he usually uses boosters to get online. It's rare to see him in real life. The one who died at Green Grass Pond must be a real person. A booster would not do such a thing. I didn't expect the Almighty to be like this. Shishang watched as messages popped up in the World Channel one after another. She poked Yu. Team, your uncle. Almighty, you're on TV. Team Yu, yes. Team, your uncle. What's with your reaction? Team Yu, I'll let the booster accompany you. I'm going to a meeting. Team, your uncle. No, Almighty. Am I not as important as your work? Can't you let me be a demon concubine? As soon as Shishang sent this sentence, Yu went offline. He didn't know if he saw that sentence. Soon, Yu came online again. The booster did his job well. He did whatever Shishang asked him to do. She asked the booster to drive Yu's good car and die. Then, there were a series of headlines about Almighty committing suicide at Green Grass Pond. While everyone was discussing, a live broadcast suddenly interrupted. World, Fairy Firefly. Charming smile, do you have any shame? This is clearly our monster. What's the meaning of your sudden appearance? World, charming smile. I saw that you couldn't kill him after so long. Let me help you. World, Fairy Firefly. You, a level 10 account, came to help? Charming smile. Do you think we don't have brains? World, charming smile. So you guys have brains? World, Fairy Firefly Frost. Charming smile. Are you looking for death? World, charming smile. I'm not looking for death. You guys have fun. I'm leaving. World, Fairy Firefly. Damn, you're running fast. Charming smile. Don't run if you dare. World, charming smile. Sorry, I'm just a smurf. I'm afraid I'll be killed if I don't run. I'll run first. Shishang looked at Charming Smile's ID and didn't respond for a long time. She called the system again. What? The system had an impatient look on its face. But face, are you really not going through menopause recently? The system was becoming more and more irritable. This wasn't good. It had to calm down. The system was so angry that it froze. If it weren't for this retarded host, would it be like this? Just say it. You haven't given me the script of this world. The script is useless to you. Look at the previous world. What's the use of the plot? Give it to me. You're awesome. I'll endure. I'll endure what ordinary people can't. Chapter 1685. The plot of this world was not the captive play that Shishang experienced, but an online gaming novel. The female lead was called Gu Xiao, and her ID was Alluring Smile. Her boyfriend of many years, Han Yu, found a beautiful and long-legged woman in the game and broke up with Gu Xiao, who was always sloppy and only knew how to code. Gu Xiao knew how to play games, but because Han Yu didn't like it, she never played. After God's Domain came out, Gu Xiao would occasionally borrow her roommate's account. However, when she found out that she had been cheated on, and that it was in the game, Gu Xiao couldn't help but curse. She wanted to see which beautiful woman had seduced Han Yu. Gu Xiao had bought the account Alluring Smile. She had just bought it yesterday, and then such a tragedy happened. She dropped from the leaderboard and became invisible. In short, this was a story of the female lead of an online gaming novel who pretended to be cool and collected followers. However, when it came to reality, it was a little sad. Most importantly, it was related to someone from the Yu family. That's right, our male lead was Mr. Yu Yao. In the novel's ending, Gu Xiao went to another country and didn't get together with Yu Yao. I don't need to break up the couple anymore. TSK. Then why am I here? World, Fairy Firefly. Alluring smile, are you shameless? Ningxia is already with Moonlight. What's the point of you pestering Moonlight? World, Fairy Firefly Frost. Come to Cold River Terrace if you dare. Do you think you can just hide? Are you bullying us because we don't have anyone? You shameless mistress. World, Flower Fei Hua. If I woke up, wouldn't yesterday's plot have developed to the point where Alluring Smile was Moonlight's real ex-girlfriend? It should be Fairy Firefly Frost who stepped in. How can you be so shameless in the World channel? I wonder who's the shameless one here. World, Fairy Firefly Frost. Fairy Firefly, Frost, what world are you on? Come down. World, Daily Report. Flower Fei Hua? Zhong Nan Yi's Flower Fei Hua? World, Flower Fei Hua. Oh, you know me? World, Daily Report. God, I know all the gods in every server. Ha ha ha, but God Flower Fei Hua, you're a little late. What level are you at? World, Flower Fei Hua. I just came here. I can't accept someone else's request. World Daily Broadcast. Oh my god, who can invite a god like you? Hua Fei Hua was not only famous in the Zhongnan E server, but also in other servers. She was good at operating, generous, and most importantly, easy to get along with. World Hua Fei Hua. Screw you. World Daily News. She had just said that she was easy to get along with, but now she was slapping him in the face. World, your grandpa, what? World Daily Broadcast. F***CK. Who was this? Why didn't the system block her when she came up with such a name? World, in business. You weren't there last night, but your grandpa was amazing. World Daily Report. My lord, Ba, your lord, what's so great about it? In the business world, there was no more talk, and no one came out to continue the conversation. Everyone seemed to be highly consistent about the special account and did not talk nonsense. However, it was obvious that Daily Broadcast had its own channels. Very soon, it released a ILF**** message, and then it flooded the World channel with ILF*** messages. Players who didn't know better would think that daily broadcasting had gone crazy. Unparalleled Under Heaven was not only unique in the game, but also in the players. World Fairy Firefly. Ning Xia, what are you afraid of? It's not us who are shameless, it's Overwhelming Smile who is shameless. Also, why are you guys interrupting what we're talking about? If you want to talk about it, go talk about it. Fairy Firefly couldn't hold it in any longer. Fairy Firefly couldn't hold it in any longer. World Avenger. Who cares what the World chat says now? I say, the girl above, is your princess syndrome acting up again? Fairy Firefly's words were a little hard to accept. World Hua Fei Hua. Yo, some people really think that this game is created by themselves. Do they think that all of us players are dead? How shameless. World Fairy Firefly. Hua Fei Hua, don't be so sarcastic. Today's matter has nothing to do with you. Overwhelming Smile, if you have the ability to pester someone else's boyfriend, then come out. World, asking for a beating. Sisters of Firefly, aren't you guys a little too overbearing? Who can't go up in this world? World, Firefly Frost. We didn't stop you from going up, but can't you wait until we're done talking? World, Firefly Coagulate. Enough, you two, stop talking. World, Fairy Firefly. Overwhelming Smile. Come to the Cold River Terrace if you have the guts. Due to Firefly's words, the other players weren't very happy either. Hence, the World chat was currently in chaos. Shi Shang looked at the chaos in the world chat and silently decided to go and fight monsters. Her monsters were the nth power of other people's monsters. They were very difficult to deal with. PM, Hua Fei Hua, little girl. Hua Fei Hua. Why did this person suddenly look for her? Previously, in the world chat, she just casually replied. After all, her name was there. PM, your grandpa, what? PM, Hua Fei Hua. Your account is a special account. PM, your grandpa, you know? PM, Hua Fei Hua. Ha 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 ha, of course I know. Do you want to know? I can tell you. PM, your grandpa. You're being unaccountably solicitous. What do you want? PM, Hua Fei Hua. Little girl, you're quite alert. PM, your grandpa. If you have something to say, then say it. If not, scram. PM, Hua Fei Hua. Little girl, don't be so vulgar. No one will like you. PM, your grandpa. How do you know that the person behind the computer isn't a hooligan? Rolling eyes. PM, Hua Fei Hua. Ha ha ha, this is interesting. Where did UG find you? UG, based on what Hua Fei Hua said in the world chat, this guy was here for her. PM, your grandpa. Did UG ask you to come? PM, Hua Fei Hua. Who else do you think would be able to invite a god like me? PM, your grandpa. PM, Hua Fei Hua. Where are you? I'll go and find you. PM, your grandpa. Green grass pond. Hua Fei Hua didn't reply. However, Shi Shang soon saw a gay-looking piano player walking towards her. The Hua Fei Hua on his head had special effects and was glowing like a Mary Sue. From head to toe, this Hua Fei Hua exuded one word, RMB player. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Level 0? Damn, is this account of yours an ability? This was the first thing that came out of Hua Fei Hua's mouth. She was obviously shocked. It didn't make sense for a level 0 account to appear in Green Grass Pond. Area, your grandpa, I cheated. Area, Hua Fei Hua, how dare you say that you cheated? You're really brave. Shi Shang looked at Hua Fei Hua, who was the epitome of gayness, and didn't quite trust her. She opened up her search engine and found Everyday Broadcast. According to the information on the forums, Everyday Broadcast was the game's informant. He knew practically everything. Chapter 1686. PM, your grandpa. Let me ask you something. PM, Daily Broadcast. IO, I'm flattered. There's a fee for asking questions. Are you asking about exclusive information or public information? Shi Shang's mouth twitched. His tone didn't sound flattered at all. PM, your grandpa, what's exclusive? What's public information? PM, Daily Broadcast. Exclusive means that after I tell you, I won't give it to anyone else. Of course, the price depends on what you ask. Public means that after I give it to you, I'll give it to someone else. PM, your grandpa. You know how to make money. You're all profiteers. PM, Daily Broadcast. We're all trying to feed our families. Don't blame us, don't blame us. PM, your grandpa, how much? Daily Broadcast didn't reply immediately. He was probably thinking about whether or not he could make money from this. After a while, he replied. PM, Daily Broadcast. Tell me what you want to ask first, then I'll give you a price. After all, different information has different prices. PM, your grandpa. It's about the special account. PM, Daily Broadcast. 20,000 gold coins. Daily Broadcast quickly gave a price of 20,000 gold coins, which was equivalent to 2,000 renminbi. Damn! A piece of information for 2,000 renminbi? What a huge profit! Police uncle, I want to report this. There's a profiteer here. PM, your grandpa. 10,000 gold coins. Private chat. Daily news. Small business. I have a full set of information about the special account. Other people don't have as much information as I do. PM, your grandpa. 10,000 gold coins. PM, daily broadcast. You can't do business like this. It's so hard to make money now. PM, your grandpa. If you continue to dilly-dally, I'll hack your computer. PM, daily broadcast. PM, daily broadcast. You have this skill. PM, your grandpa. Do you want to try? PM, daily broadcast. 10,000 gold coins it is. Since it's our first time working together, I'll give you a discount. But you have to remember this favor. Shishang transferred the money to Tian, and Tian asked Shishang to send the money to Shishang via email. Special accounts were very powerful in the later stages of the game. Some special missions required a special account to complete. In other words, she was equivalent to a key to complete the mission. The rewards of those quests were usually higher than the rewards of ordinary quests. Some of the limited editions would only appear in such quests. Those who knew the inside story wouldn't speak carelessly about it. What if they received the mission? He wouldn't offend her for no reason. After all, this kind of mission required her help. However, it was not to say that this account was invincible. After all, it was very difficult to maintain a special account for dungeons. Most people would not be able to maintain it. In other servers, there was only one special account that could survive. Meanwhile, players without a special account could also clear the dungeon by accepting a special quest. However, it would be very troublesome. It would be so troublesome that players would never want to play God's Domain again. If one had to choose a game that cheated money and money, it would definitely be Divine Dominion. Area, Hua Fei Hua. What the F asterisk CK, say something. Area, Hua Fei Hua. What are you doing? Shishang saw Hua Fei Hua's message the moment she came back. She replied casually. Area, your grandpa, you don't have to tell me. I already know. Goodbye. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Area, monster in front. Ah, your grandpa, you're online. A message suddenly came in. There was a monster running over from the entrance of the green grass pond. Area, monster in front. Hua Fei Hua? Why are you here? Area, Hua Fei Hua. Who are you? Do I know you? Area, monster in front. Who hasn't heard of your name? How can I not know you? Shishang didn't know why she heard something different from the monster in front of her. Area, Hua Fei Hua. That's true. After all, I'm so famous. You must be my fan, right? Ha ha ha, do you want an autograph or a picture? I'm in a good mood today. I'll satisfy you. The monster in front seemed to ignore the narcissistic Hua Fei Hua. He turned his character to face Shishang. Area, monster in front. I know how your account leveled up. Area, your grandpa. Don't tell me you were killed? Area, monster in front. Yes. Pfft. Give me a noodle and let me hang myself first. Shishang opened the information with a heavy heart. He found that her empty experience bar had some progress, although it was not eye-catching. 2910000. She had been killed 26 times yesterday. Where did the remaining experience points come from? Did she get experience points from being killed by monsters? However, she had been killed many times by monsters. Why was it only 3 points? Shishang glanced at the wolves in the distance. He decisively disbanded his team with UG and rushed into the pack of wolves. He was killed instantly. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Damn, why are you asking for death? Shishang checked his experience bar. There was no change. He didn't lose any experience points. Maybe the number of times the monsters killed her was stacked? Shishang continued to rush into the pack of wolves. After dying 5 times in a row, his experience bar jumped from 29 to 30. Shishang, it's really a game designer. We need to talk about life. Even if she was killed by other players and leveled up, she would have been killed 10,000 times. Was this not a bug? Which company made this stupid game? Host, what do you want to do? I want to have a good chat with the developers. Why did they use such a stupid account? So I'm going to play the game company to death. I can't have any expectations for the host. Players would get 1 experience point after killing her once. However, monsters would only get 1 experience point after killing her 5 times. Maybe the monsters' levels were not high enough. Shang opened the map and aimed at the level 40 map. The monsters there were very strong. Let's go there and try it out. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Where are you going? Suddenly, Hua Fei Hua saw Shang's character moving. She immediately spoke and followed him. Yu Ji, who was controlling the monsters in front of him, also followed Shang. Area, monsters in front of you. Your grandpa, didn't anyone from the guild look for you yesterday? Area, your grandpa, yes. Area, monsters in front of you. Which guild did you agree to join? Area, your grandpa, I don't plan to join. That's why she blocked those people when she went online today. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to play the game peacefully. Area, monsters in front of you. Yes, your account will be very useful in the future. You made the right choice not to join a guild. Area, Hua Fei Hua. She has to level up her account first. If you can't level up, even if you can go to other maps, you'll be killed instantly in the dungeon. Area, monsters in front of you. You know a lot. Amazing. Area, Hua Fei Hua, of course. Proud. Area, monsters in front of you. Area, your grandpa, can't you see that he's mocking you? How did Yu Ji know this person? She was even more naive than the one in front of her. No. Monsters in front of her didn't seem like Hua Fei Hua was stupid. Was this the legendary saying that one would only know who was more stupid when they were compared? Scary. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Hua Fei Hua was furious when she realized this. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Well, I was wondering why it was weird. You know me, right? Who are you? Expose your alias. Area, monsters in front of you. I'm not telling you. Guess. Chapter 1687. Before Hua Fei Hua came, she was a chatterbox. Now that she was here, she suddenly became cold and arrogant. It was as if she had schizophrenia. There really were a lot of crazy people in the game. Hua Fei Hua asked for a long time, but she couldn't find out what the monster was. When Hua Fei Hua discovered that she and Shang had reached the teleportation point, she was shocked. Area, Hua Fei Hua. You want to go to a high-level map? Little girl, how are you going to get there? You're only level 0. You'd die in a map like Green Grass Pond, let alone a high-level map. Area, your grandpa. Go die. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Area, monsters in front. Area, Yu Ji. This answer left everyone speechless. Yu Ji was an alchemist, so he didn't have to worry about no one pulling him up. Sure enough, dying worked. The level of the monsters in front wasn't high enough, and he couldn't cheat like Shang, so he couldn't go to the high-level map. He could only watch as Shang left. That day, many players saw Jiang Nanyi's god, Hua Fei Hua, and the 10th-ranked god, Yu Ji, accompany a level 0 player called your grandpa to the high-level map, Water Moon Long San. The world chat was in an uproar. Level 0. How could a level 0 player leave the map? Everyone in the world chat was in an uproar. World. Asking for a beating. Level 0 in Water Moon Long San? Have you guys gone stupid from cultivating? World, Mengyu. Is this real? Is this cheating? Isn't it impossible to leave the beginner village at level 0? World, Ding Ding Dang. Appearing in Water Moon Longs and as a level 0 player is the most amazing thing I've seen this year. World, Pure Man. Is this cheating? I've never heard of anyone being able to leave the beginner village at level 0. In all my years of gaming, I've never heard of anyone doing this. World, Zombie Cool Roast Suckling Pig. She's not at Water Moon Long San. Let's go take a look. The people talking in the world chat were different from last night. Not a single person from last night appeared. Who knew if they wanted to see these people get screwed, or if they had other intentions? The discussion was so intense, but Shi Shang didn't say anything. Everyone thought that he was feeling guilty because he had been discovered using a cheat. World, Field of Corpses. I saw her at Water Moon Longzan. World, young man. I saw it too. Shi Shang looked at the people in the world chat who were staring at her ID and running towards her. In a short time, the area around her was filled with people who came to watch the fun. Nearby, your grandpa, there's a fee for watching me. 1 gold coin per person. Nearby, asking for a beating. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Nearby, pure man. He had never seen anyone who was so calm and collected while being surrounded. To be able to be so calm, could it be that he was not using cheats? Nearby, 1 day is 1 day. Girl, are you cheating? You're really level 0. Shi Shang had been searching for her in the crowd. Her name was so long and dirty. She was really good at attracting people's attention. Nearby, your grandpa. Top left corner. Nearby, 1 day means 1 day. Nearby, asking for a beating. Report in the upper left corner. Smile. Nearby, pure man, you're so calm. Don't tell me you didn't cheat? Everyone kept looking at Shi Shang's level, but no matter how they looked at it, it was still level 0. There wouldn't be any change. Someone had already reported it. The customer service replied quickly. There was nothing wrong with Shi Shang's account. It was normal. The players asked again. How could she leave the beginner's village at level 0? The customer service replied, anything is possible in the heavenly realm. The players were stunned. Shi Shang had hit the jackpot. The heavenly realm did have a setting where players could leave the beginner's village at level 0. However, it would take a long time for these players to find out that they had been tricked by Shi Shang. Nearby, 1 day is 1 day. I think I'm not awake today. The customer service actually replied to me with such a righteous reason. Girl, do you really not have any relatives in the heavenly realm? Nearby, pure man. Why don't I believe it? Nearby, daybreak. You'll lose experience if you kill your grandpa. Shi Shang was familiar with this ID. It was the player who killed her last night and caused her to drop a level. At this time, he was so brainless that he wanted to attract attention. His intentions were quite sinister. 1 day is 1 day was obviously waiting for them to jump into a trap. He didn't say who would lose experience. These players thought that he meant that they would lose experience if they killed her. They didn't know that they were the ones who would lose experience. What a sinister motive. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Lose experience? Are you kidding me? Nearby, asking for a beating. You'll lose experience if you kill other players? Are games so good these days? Nearby, your grandpa. You've reported me. Do you want to try and lose experience by killing me? Nearby, ding ding dang. You'll really lose experience? Nearby, your grandpa. How do you know if you don't try? Shi Shang egged them on. Nearby, zombie cool roast suckling pig. You're not a monster. Why would you lose experience? Nearby, corpses everywhere. Let me see if I'll lose experience. Corpses everywhere was a RMB player. He had already bought a resurrection item. After forcefully using it on Shi Shang, he killed Shi Shang who had just stood up. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Nearby, asking for a beating. Why are you typing ellipses? Can't you lose experience? Nearby, pure man. Say something. Everyone urged him. Corpses everywhere took a while before he typed. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Drop. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Damn it, it's mine. I just reached level 43 and dropped to level 42. Nearby, zombie cool roast suckling pig. Nearby, pure man. Nearby, 1 day is 1 day. This girl is poisonous. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Where's daybreak? Come out. I will fight with you. Why didn't you make it clear that the person who lost experience was the one who did it? Don't you know how hard it was to level up in the divine domain? He finally reached level 43, but now he dropped to level 42. He dropped a whole level. World corpses everywhere. Where are you, Daybreak? Don't think I can't find you just because you ran away. Daybreak didn't come out. Corpses everywhere went on the World Channel again. World Daybreak. I said I'll lose experience. You didn't ask anything else. World, one day is one day. At this time, I can't help but sigh at the profoundness of Chinese. World corpses everywhere. You killed me. Come over and let I kill you to vent my anger. World Daybreak. Do you think I'm stupid? World corpses everywhere. Damn it. World Pure Man. He did it on purpose. World. Asking for a beating. Do you even need to say it? He obviously tricked us. His intentions are sinister. World Daily Report. Children, read the forum more when you're free. These things are all on the forum. It was too late last night. In fact, only the few people who knew that Shi Shang had a special account were the ones who guessed that she had contacted him. The others didn't know what happened. But the forum was about the incident last night. It was about someone who killed a player called Grandpa and lost experience. It was quite lively. Those who liked to visit the forum knew about it. Chapter 1688. Nearby, Blue Whale. Let me try. Get up, your uncle. Some players wanted to see if it was real. Shi Shang was still lying on the ground. Suddenly, someone popped up and wanted to try. Shi Shang clicked on the information and saw that it was a girl. Well, the information said that it was a girl. As for whether it was a girl or not, no one knew. Shi Shang asked the leveler to pull him up. Nearby, your uncle. Come on. Anyway, killing I can level up. Let me die happily. In the future, when she played games, she had to lie down and let others kill her. This was the correct way to play games. Asterisk flips table asterisk correct my ass. The girl called Blue Whale was already level 37. She was level 0 and could be killed instantly. Nearby, Blue Whale. I really lost experience. The leveler pulled Shi Shang up again. Shi Shang touched his chin and looked at the people on the screen. It seemed that this setting was quite good. Anyway, she didn't lose experience. She could even earn experience. This account was very good at cheating people. She started a new way of playing the game. Nearby, your uncle. Who wants to kill me? Come on. Today's opening sale is free of charge. Nearby, a day is a day. What opening sale? Nearby, your uncle. If you have any enemies in the future, feel free to find me. I promise to make them cry. Nearby, lying corpses. Girl, you're really smart. You thought of how to use your account so quickly? This should be a special account, right? Immediately, some players guessed the reason for this special account. Nearby, Blue Whale. What special account? However, there were also some players who were as confused as Blue Whale. These people were probably new to God's domain, not from another server. Nearby, asking for a beating. Didn't you watch the promotional video? Every server had a special account. Special accounts were also known as cheating accounts. In the early stages, they could cheat players as long as they could. But in the later stages, they were very powerful. Nearby, Blue Whale. There's such an account? Nearby, Business Talk Business. Why else would the producers be so good at it? Why do you think the players of the Divine Domain labeled it as the most cheating game? Nearby, Zombie Cool Roast Suckling Pig. Special accounts are awesome. Nearby, asking for a beating. I seem to foresee a bloody storm in spring. Nearby, Meng Meng. What happened? Some of the players who came later had no idea what was going on. They sent messages to ask about it, but everyone was in a heated discussion. No one replied at all. Very soon, the messages asking about it flooded the forums. Nearby, Red Beauty Withered Bones. Those special accounts in the past weren't this amazing. The planning team is getting better and better. Nearby, GM38. Playing games is about taking people by surprise. The purpose of Divine Dominion is to give players unexpected surprises. Everyone, you must use a pair of eyes to discover the fun in the game. Surprise? Based on the number she got, it was more like a shock. Nearby, Beauty Withered Bones. The GM is spying on the screen. Nearby, one day is one day. Why is GM number 38? Ha ha ha, did you choose this yourself? Ha ha ha, system. Players have been maliciously attacking the GM every day. They will be silenced for 10 minutes. Please take this as a warning to other players. Everyone fell into a strange silence. The style of the new server seemed a little strange. Nearby, your grandpa. God gave me such an account, so I must be here to save you. From now on, I will be your savior. Chunibu Shang suddenly said something in this strange atmosphere. Nearby, Pure Man. The account number is 6. You have to play it well. Nearby, your grandpa. Don't worry. There's nothing I can't play. Nearby, Pure Man. Such a big tone. Which server are you from? Nearby, your grandpa. A future god. Nearby. What a big tone. Killing Shi Shang to lose experience points. These players had finally leveled up, but no one dared to poke at her. There was no point in continuing to watch. Don't think that special accounts were something to be envious of. After experiencing the scams of special accounts, no one would be envious of them anymore. A group of people in the nearby channel expressed their condolences to Shi Shang. No one thought that Shi Shang would be able to play this account. The most famous special account was maintained by 2 guilds. Normal players who had no money or time couldn't play this account at all. Shi Shang. I was supposed to act cool. Why was it a lousy account? Can't I play the game properly? Shi Shang squeezed through the crowd and walked towards the monsters in the distance. She wanted to see how much experience points she could gain from killing high-level monsters. Hua Fei Hua didn't say anything. She had clicked on a booster to follow her. She probably wasn't online. Shi Shang ran into a group of monsters. The players who hadn't left yet sent their condolences. Even if she was in despair, she didn't have to kill herself in the middle of a group of monsters. Shi Shang realized that no matter how high-level the monsters were, she needed to be killed 5 times to gain 1 point. Therefore, it was faster to let someone kill them. Shi Shang looked at the players who were watching. Nearby, your grandpa. Is someone trying to kill me? Nearby, asking for a beating. Nearby, soy milk and youtiao. Nearby, corpses everywhere. Everyone scattered like birds. Shi Shang. I have something to do. System. Player your grandpa has issued a 24-hour bounty to player Forgetful Smile. The bounty notice was different from other messages. Other than the arena, you could see it no matter what you were doing. The message suddenly appeared in front of the players. Everyone was stunned. What was going on? Why did she suddenly become a bounty? World, Forgetful Smile. Forgetful Smile was puzzled that she suddenly had a bounty on her head. World, Spring Flowers Bloom. Aw, Forgetful Smile has also changed servers. I'm so excited. Let's take a picture together. World, one day is one day. Why is there a bounty on Forgetful Smile? World, Forgetful Smile. Explain. World, your grandpa. I want you to kill me. World, Forgetful Smile. Question mark. This person is crazy. World, Xiaoxi. Grandpa, I want you. Sob, look at me. World, Pure Man. Forgetful Smile has also come to the new server. Looks like I didn't make a mistake. World, Cute Little Dream Bow. Forgetful Smile. Oh my god, I saw Forgetful Smile in person. What's that special monster fighting technique? Why is there a bounty on my grandpa? After a wave of messages in the world chat, someone finally paid attention to the main topic. World, life is exploding. Your grandpa, you're playing with fire. How dare you put a bounty on grandpa? Aren't you afraid that his little fangirls will kill you? World, your grandpa. I'm not afraid of them killing me. I'm just afraid that they won't kill me. I'm asking for death. World, life is exploding. What's going on? There's someone who's asking for death? World, Xiao Shi. Who's the one who put a bounty on grandpa? You dare put a bounty on our grandpa? You don't want to live anymore? World, your grandpa. Yeah, I don't want to live anymore. Hurry up and kill me. I'm at Water Moon Long Sha. Coordinates 390. 487. World. Was this person crazy? Chapter 1689. Xiao Wang Shu was a god from another server. He wasn't ranked first before, but Shi Shang took down Blizzard of No Returns level last night. Shi Shang looked at the leaderboard. First, Xiao Wang Shu. Second, Folded Ears. Third, Intentional Spray. Fourth, Blizzard of No Return. Fifth, Old Friend Not Summer. Sixth, Full Moon. Seventh, Clear Sea Moonlight. Eighth, Different Paths of Men and Dogs. Ninth, Divine Realm. 10th Season. Shi Shang placed a bounty on all the top 5 gurus on the leaderboard, causing all the pages and channels to be flooded with bounty notices. System. Player Your Uncle has issued a 24-hour bounty to player Folded Ears. System. Player Your Uncle has issued a 24-hour bounty to player Intentional Spray. System. Player Your Uncle has issued a 24-hour bounty to player Blizzard of No Return. System. Player Your Uncle versus player World Avenger, World Zombie Parkour Suckling Pig, World Daily News, World Onlookers, World Day is Day. This is the first time I've seen someone play a game like this. Rich people can do whatever they want. The Divine Realms bounty system was a little weird. It could be used after level 5, but to prevent people from messing around, the bounty was 500 gold coins, which was equivalent to 50 renminbi. This was only for the bounty system. The bounty could only be issued after the bounty was paid. The bounty started at 1,000 gold coins. Therefore, those who could issue bounties were all rich people. The players on the leaderboard were all gods. Some players were afraid of revenge, but there were also players who wanted money. They immediately surrounded the gods who were online. The gods who were implicated were confused. What did they do? Private, Hua Feihua. Why did you offend them? Are you crazy? Hua Feihua saw such a shocking scene when she came back. She was so shocked that she spat out a mouthful of water on the screen. It was already bad enough to offend one god, but she offended all the top 5 gods in one go. Private. You uncle, level up. With her current account, she couldn't level up without offending people. PM, Hua Feihua. Aren't you afraid you won't be able to continue playing the game? The appeal of the great gods was quite strong, not to mention that there were quite a few people on the leaderboard who belonged to guilds. With just one call, they would be waiting to kill you. Other than being killed, what else could you do? Were they here to play games? Private chat. Your grandpa. To be honest, I'm not here to play games. I'm a person with lofty ideals. Dismantling the CP? Are you playing a game company? Shi Shang. It's good that you know, but don't say it out loud. Also, there was no CP this time. Didn't the female lead not get together with the male lead in the end? So I can only play the game well. Hee hee. Host, let me tell you, you will suffer retribution sooner or later. Shi Shang had placed a bounty on 5 gods. Unfortunately, 2 of them weren't online, and the other 3 had quite a few fangirls. They immediately charged over to Water Moon Long Sha. Shi Shang stood there and allowed them to kill him. World, Xiao Shi. Damn, I dropped a level. World, Spring Flowers Bloom. My level dropped too. World Reserved Dream Destroyer. Damn, what's going on? Why did I drop a level? Is there a new event? I just got online, so I don't know. The fangirls on the World Channel all howled in grief. Drop a level. How could this be? It didn't make sense. No love for life. JPG World Daily Report. Do you think your grandpa is so easy to kill? World Business Talk Business. Don't kill her. She won't have a good ending. World, your grandpa. Can you all shut up? Can't you just let the fangirls kill me? World Avenger. Ha 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 ha. World Scattered Corpses. I say, didn't you all look at her level? After being reminded by Scattered Corpses, many people finally remembered to look at Shi Shang's level. However, when they saw the 0, most of them were dumbfounded. There were more new players than old players in Jinjiang Spring Festival server. Many people didn't even know that there was a special account in God's domain. Even if they had heard of it, they didn't know much about it. Therefore, at this time, this awesome, scam, daddy account made a group of players confused. It had only been one night. Why did this game seem like a completely different game? Did they enter the wrong game? World, your grandpa, you bunch of trash. Even a level 0 transparent person like me doesn't dare to avenge your guru. How can you call yourselves his die-hard fans? Damn. Shi Shang was immediately scolded in the World Channel. Even if they knew that there was a problem with her account, there were still people who went to Shi Shang's side. After all, this was just a game. There was no need for so much nonsense. There were quite a lot of die-hard fans of the guru. There were also players who didn't know the truth. They didn't catch the main point and only heard that they would lose experience points. Therefore, they swarmed over. The result was obvious. The World Channel was filled with cries. What loss of experience points? It was their experience points that were lost. How infuriating! As a new guru who hadn't had time to develop die-hard fans, Shi Shang saw that everyone else had die-hard fans. Therefore, she decided to do something big. She placed a bounty on all the gurus on the leaderboard. She didn't even let Yu Ji off. The group of players. Your grandpa is so arrogant. Which server did she come from? Some people started to investigate Shi Shang's identity. However, after a long time, they couldn't find anything about Shi Shang's identity. If she was a newbie, they would be convinced that she could offend all the gurus in such a short period of time. World Sunshine in the Heart. Your grandpa, are you crazy? What did our guru do to offend you? World Game Goes On. Your grandpa, what the F***CK do you mean? Remove the bounty. World, your grandpa, be fair, hands up. World Zombie Parkour Suckling Pig. I'm convinced. World Onlookers. Convinced +1, system. Congratulations to player Alluring Smile for achieving Die But Not Die. Instance Dungeon, Ghost Cave, has been opened. All players are invited to explore Ghost Cave and search for the Supreme Artifact. System. Congratulations to player Alluring Smile for achieving Die But Not Die. Instance Dungeon, Ghost Cave, has been opened. All players are invited to explore Ghost Cave and search for the Supreme Artifact. System. Congratulations to player Alluring Smile for achieving Die But Not Die. Instance Dungeon, Ghost Cave, has been opened. All players are invited to explore Ghost Cave and search for the Supreme Artifact. While Shi Shang was having fun, the system suddenly sent out 3 messages. Instance Dungeon, Alluring Smile, Female Lead, F***CK. The female lead got turned white just like that? That's right. This instance dungeon required a player to be turned white at a specific location and carry a special item on them to trigger the instance dungeon. According to the plot, the female lead would be turned white and the instance dungeon would be triggered. She was the player who initiated the instance dungeon, so she had to be there for the first time. Great. Experience points, here I come. Area, your grandpa. Let's go and kidnap Alluring Smile. Area, Hua Fei Hua. Area, UG. Chapter 1690. Shi Shang died all the way to the Cold River platform, which was filled with players. Shi Shang was surrounded by a lot of onlookers. Nearby, old times. This is the special account? With this level, what else can it do other than die? Nearby, wind breeze, wind breeze. The special account is a pain in the early stages, but you can raise it if you have the money. It'll be very useful in the later stages. Nearby, Lai San, really? Messages popped up one after another. Shi Shang was so high profile. Even if other people didn't say anything about the special account, most of the players in the server probably knew about it. Shi Shang walked past these players and went all the way to the entrance of the innermost dungeon. At the entrance of the dungeon, Shi Shang saw the two wanted gods, Snowstorm No Return and Intentional Waves. Snowstorm No Return from God's Abode and Intentional Waves from Flowing Water Pavilion were both big guilds on the guild leaderboard. Other than these two guilds, there were also other guilds, such as Mad Army, Vendetta, Royal. Basically, all the guilds that appeared on the guild leaderboard could be seen here. These were all players who saw the system message and came here to explore the dungeon. For this kind of dungeon, only the big guilds would explore it. The small fries could only watch. Shi Shang saw that the female lead was surrounded in the middle. He ignored Hua Fei Hua and rushed in. PM. Snowstorm No Return. Overwhelming smile, we can help you level up. As long as you bring us into the dungeon, you can have anything from the dungeon except for the divine weapons. Snowstorm No Return was chatting with Overwhelming Smile when a person suddenly appeared in the map and barged in. At this time, everyone in the circle was from the big guilds. The sudden appearance of a player wearing beginner's equipment attracted everyone's attention. What the hell? What is she doing here? Nearby, Intentional Waves. What the hell are you doing here? Waves intended Waves felt a little uncomfortable when he was listed as a wanted criminal. Previously, he had wanted to invite her to join the Flowing Water Pavilion, but she had ignored him. The next day, he was notified that he had been listed as a wanted criminal the moment he logged on. Nearby. Did you buy this map or do you own the game company? You don't even allow me to come. Nearby, Intentional Waves. He didn't say that she couldn't come. He just asked her what she was doing here. Why did she scold him? Nearby, Snowstorm No Return. Why are you looking for us? Blizzard No Return was clearly the calm and steady type. Nearby, your grandpa. Level up. Nearby, Intentional Waves. Can we level up by being wanted? Nearby, your grandpa. No way. If not, why are you putting us on the wanted list? Flip the table. Nearby, you grandpa, but if your people chase after me, I can level up. I can't help it. Who asked you to be so popular? I can only put you on the wanted list. Nearby, Intentional Spray. Area, Blizzard Without Return. Was it their fault that they had such a strong appeal? Nearby, your grandpa. Go. On what? Before Intentional Spray and Innocent Snowstorm could understand what he meant, they saw the light of skills flashing in their party. The situation was already tense at the entrance of the dungeon, so when someone suddenly made a move, the other guilds thought that they were going to use force, so they started to fight as well. The major guilds were having a great time fighting at the entrance of the dungeon. The backup leveler opened UG's account, and Shi Shang immediately started an endless loop. It literally meant that she would die if she was hit by a skill. Then, the backup leveler would revive her, and she would continue to die. After losing 5 levels, the level wouldn't drop anymore. Shi Shang realized that even though they didn't lose levels, she still gained experience. So, she brought milk bottle with her and kept running around these people. Many players like to turn off the system notifications when they were fighting, so many people didn't even know that their levels were dropping. Hashtag players all over the map are dropping levels. Hashtag more and more people gathered in front of the dungeon, and Shi Shang was fishing in troubled waters. Her experience was increasing rapidly, but she was still far from reaching the next level. It was very hopeless. Private, UG. What are you doing? Private, your grandpa. Hey, you're here. Are you looking for death? Private, UG. It's already 4 in the afternoon. The minister said that you haven't eaten yet. Why aren't you eating? Private. Your grandpa. You have a minister? Don't tell me you have a prime minister? F*CK, pull me up first. Private, UG. Let's go eat. Private. Your grandpa. Pull me up first. I'll go after I level up. Hashtag the host who is addicted to this weird game can't help herself. Hashtag private. UG. Go to the resurrection point after eating. UG gave Shi Shang 2 choices coldly. Shi Shang. How could there be such a person? Private. Your grandpa. Then help me level up first. Private, UG. UG didn't say yes, but the account in front of her was pushed down. They were bullying her because she couldn't buy items when she was level 0. Minister. Shi Shang shouted at the door. He really didn't know what this child's parents were thinking. If his surname was Huang, shouldn't he be called Emperor? The driver minister pushed the door open and came in with a smile on his face. Miss, do you want to eat? Minister, who had been calling her since noon, was in despair. Why did this child seem to have turned on a blocker when she played games? She wouldn't answer even when he called her. Shi Shang rubbed his stomach and got up. He stretched his body. What do you want to eat? Miss, what do you like to eat? Minister handed Shi Shang a menu. Shi Shang. She could even order food? Amazing. Shi Shang casually ordered 2 dishes. Hurry up. Minister Shu smiled and retreated. The dishes were served faster than Shi Shang had expected. Shi Shang finished her meal in no time and immediately ran to the computer. No one could stop her determination to deliver her head to others. Shi Shang logged into his account. Private. UG. So fast? UG immediately sent a message. Private. Your grandpa. Of course, I eat very fast. UG didn't speak for a long time. Shi Shang heard minister talking on the phone behind him. UG probably called his minister to ask. Private. UG. Then you play. I'm going to work. Private. Your grandpa. Private. UG. Be good. Don't talk too much to strangers in the game. You can't bear the consequences if I find out. Private. Your grandpa. Goodbye, Almighty. After Shi Shang sent UG away, the power leveler came online again. He didn't see Hua Fei Hua when she came back. She must have gone offline. The battle at Cold River Terrace was still fierce. Shi Shang squeezed into the crowd and leaned toward Charming Smile. Charming Smile was lying on the ground. If she hadn't been bound to the dungeon key, she would have been sent back to the beginner's village. Shi Shang rummaged around in the shop and found a few items. He asked the power leveler to buy them. There was a high-level item called the corpse rope. This item could be used to tie up a corpse and take it away. Area, Charming Smile. Hey, 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 why are you tying up my corpse? Charming Smile was obviously there. When Shi Shang ordered UG to tie up the corpse, she immediately jumped out. Area, Charming Smile. Let me tell you. Even if you kidnap me, I won't give in. I won't take anyone with me in this dungeon. Area, your grandpa. I won't enter the dungeon either. Area, Charming Smile. Then why did you kidnap me? Necrophilia. Area, your grandpa. I need you to level up. Area, Charming Smile. This game can be used like this? When was it developed to use corpses to level up? Area, Charming Smile. Wait, you're your grandpa? That special account. Hey, do you want to cooperate with me? Shi Shang. Wait a minute, this female lead's personality was a little cute. Chapter 1691. PM, Alluring Smile. Let me tell you, there might be a weapon for special accounts in this dungeon. Do you want to cooperate? Alluring Smile changed the chat to PM. PM, your uncle. How do you know? A special item for special accounts? How come she didn't know there was such a thing? PM, alluring smile. It appeared in the server of Waning Moon Dream. This item only appears in purple level dungeons. My dungeon happens to be purple level. Purple instance dungeons were extremely difficult or required a special account to clear. The system message said it was a divine item. This dungeon must be very difficult. PM, your uncle. No, I just want to level up. She didn't want to do something big with the female lead. PM, alluring smile. With a weapon, I can level up much faster than you, right? PM, your uncle. Do you know how I level up? Weapons were of no use to her. PM, alluring smile. How do I level up? PM, your uncle. Get killed. PM, alluring smile. The female lead was silent for a while. Shang thought she had given up, but he found out that the scumbag of the female lead's ex had snuck over. He was obviously talking to the female lead privately. World, alluring smile. I won't give it to you even if I don't open this dungeon. What do you think I am? You call me here and you order me around. You even have to pay me for a chicken call. World, alluring smile. If you dare to do it, why wouldn't I dare to say it? I'm not the one who cheated on you. World, alluring smile. Do you think I care about your money? Alluring smile sent 2 messages in the world chat. Maybe she angered the scumbag, so he also went on the world chat. World, clear moonlight. Gu Xiao, if you don't lack money, why would you chat and laugh with the old man at the school gate? He even picks you up every day. Do you think I didn't see it? World, alluring smile. Then you have good eyesight. We're even. You cheated on me, and I chatted and laughed with the old man. So who are you to point fingers at me? World, clear moonlight. Gu Xiao, I didn't expect you to be such a person. World, alluring smile. You only know what kind of person I am now. You're really blind. World, firefly yarn. Gu Xiao, don't look for trouble. World, charming smile. Oh my, who's the one looking for trouble? It's your boyfriend who came to look for me first. Are you blaming me? Shang had a whole new level of respect for this female lead. This was the kind of temperament a female lead should have. She could diss people until they started to doubt their own existence. She didn't even need the male lead to appear to settle everything. At this moment, everyone was busy fighting. Almost all the players in the World Channel started to taunt Overwhelming Smile. These people were all members of Earthly Paradise. They used to be a small guild, but after Firefly Yarn and Clear Moonlight got together, the small guild merged into Earthly Paradise. At this moment, he was mocking the female lead. Shang guessed that it was time for the male lead to come on stage. However, after waiting for a long time, even after Overwhelming Smile had finished dealing with this group of people, the male lead still hadn't appeared. Loudspeaker, your grandpa. You guys are done arguing. Now listen to me. The loudspeakers were different from the ones in the world. One loudspeaker cost 100 yuan, and the display time was 3 minutes. Moreover, it was flashing, so it was hard not to notice it. World, in business. Business. Rich people. World, onlookers, rich people +1 world. Asking for a beating, rich people +2 loudspeaker. Your grandpa. Now that Overwhelming Smile is in my hands, if you want to enter the dungeon, you have to get the corpse back first. I only have one condition. Kill me to level 1, or I'll keep her tied up. The World Channel was silent. What kind of condition was this? The players who stopped had time to check their own messages. In the end, they found that they had dropped levels and dropped to Grandma's Bridge. World, Black Bear. What the F***CK do you mean? Why did my level drop so much? World, Evildoer. You still don't know? Kill your grandpa and drop levels. You must have killed her. World, Black Bear. What grandpa? World, Day is Day. Did the kid just get online? Your grandpa is a player with a special account. World, Black Bear. World, General Demeanor. Are you kidding me? I've never seen your grandpa. When did you kill her? There were also people who wailed. This didn't make sense. Although it was very chaotic at the time, they still remembered who they had killed and who they hadn't. World. Asking for a beating. Ha 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 ha, your grandpa is level 0. She would die if she used a little skill. It must be your skill. Loudspeaker, your grandpa. Please, look at me. Where did these people learn to go off topic? They didn't care about her at all. World, no return. How much experience do you need? How much experience do you get from killing you once? World, intentional waves. It's not worth it to kill you and drop levels. The people in charge of the 2 big guilds came out to speak. The die-hard fans in the World Channel took pictures and went off topic again. These people didn't care about what they were saying. As long as they were happy, it was fine. No Return created a party and invited Shang and Charming Smile to join. Team No Return. Killing her will only drop 5 levels. After 5 levels, it won't drop anymore. On the contrary, it will increase your luck and drop many rare and super rare items. Team Intentional Waves. Damn, you even know this? Intentional Waves seem to have a good relationship with No Return. Even if they weren't from the same guild, he still pulled him in. Team No Return. Today's experiment showed that special accounts won't be one-sided. Otherwise, it will break the balance of the game. We'll drop levels, but we'll increase our luck. However, it can only be used once. Moreover, the luck seems to be related to the number of times we kill her. Team Intentional Waves. Then we have to kill her to level 1? Team No Return. How much experience do you need? Killing her could increase their luck. Entering the dungeon was also beneficial for them. They could drop some rare items or legendary artifacts. Not all first-time explorers would drop divine artifacts. Whether or not a divine artifact would drop depended entirely on luck. Team Your Grandpa. Picture. So many. Team Intentional Waves. Not a lot. Team No Return. How much experience do you get from killing you every time? Team Your Grandpa. A little. Team Intentional Waves. I take back what I said just now. We have to kill you nearly 10,000 times to level 1. How long will that take? No, this dungeon isn't even hers. Why do we have to listen to her? Charming Smile, say something. The key to this dungeon is with Charming Smile. Even if it's in her hands, we can still take it back. Killing her would only drop levels. It's not like we can't kill her. What's there to be afraid of? Team Charming Smile. I don't have the right to speak now. Miss has the final say. Team Your Grandpa. Anyway, you have to kill me to level 1 before I return the key to you. Team Intentional Waves. Team No Return. Yuji's villa was not very big. At least, it was not as big as the dead third young master Yu's villa. Shang walked from upstairs to downstairs, followed by a string of bodyguards. Although the minister felt that Shang could not escape, he still took precautions. If this person ran away, he would be dead. Shang walked around the villa and finally sat down on the sofa. Miss, it's time for you to go back to your room. Seeing that it was almost time, the minister reminded Shang. If third young master saw this, he would be skinned alive. Oh. Shang got up from the sofa. Suddenly, there was a sound of the door opening. Yuji's figure appeared without warning. The minister was so scared that he broke out in a cold sweat. It was only 9:30. Why did third young master come back early? Yuji saw Shang standing in the living room and frowned. His gaze drifted to the minister, who was stiff all over. That miss said that she was a little bored and wanted to go out for a walk. The minister tried to explain. Yuji frowned even more. He did not blame the minister for letting her out without permission. Instead, he looked at Shang. Have you eaten? Shang went forward and hugged his arm. I was waiting for you. The little girl only reached a little above his waist. Her little head was furry, like a small animal. Yuji's brows relaxed a little. He reached out and rubbed her head. Then, he carried her up and walked upstairs. Prepare dinner. Yes. Yuji carried Shi Shang back to the room and went straight into the bathroom. Take a shower first. Yuji had no intention of staying. He filled the water for Shi Shang and brought in clean clothes. Call me if you need anything. I'll be outside. Aren't you going to wash me? Yuji was silent for a moment. You're a girl. You can't let men look at your body casually, understand? But I'm still a child. That's right. I'm still a child. If you have any evil thoughts about a child, then there's something wrong with you. Yuji shook his head. You're not young anymore. Wash yourself. Shi Shang pursed his lips and went forward to push him out of the bathroom. Yuji looked at the closed bathroom door and his gloomy mood inexplicably improved. His gaze swept over the computer. The people on it kept lying down and getting up. Third young master, master is here. The minister stood in front of the door and reported softly. Yuji retracted his gaze. Let them go back. Third young master, old master is here too. Yuji frowned impatiently. He tugged at his tie, looked at the bathroom again, and lifted his feet to leave. Shi Shang came out of the bathroom. Yuji had already changed his clothes and was sitting on the single sofa. Shi Shang went over and squeezed in beside him. Quick, blow dry my hair. Yuji's wet hair was still dripping. As soon as Shi Shang went over, the thin shirt on Yuji's body immediately became wet and stuck to him. It had always been others who served him. When had he ever been ordered around like this? However, Yuji was in a good mood and hugged her in his arms. He asked someone to bring in a hairdryer. His movements were not very proficient as he dried his hair. His hair floated forward and stuck to Shi Shang's face. Do you know how to dry it? Shi Shang pushed his hair to the back and blew it from the front to the back. Yuji's hair was so short. How would he know how to dry it? Shi Shang hugged his neck and straddled his lap. Facing him, she reached out and gestured with her hands. Blow it like this. Yuji followed Shi Shang's instructions. Indeed, it was much better than before. His eyes were calm and gentle, as if the discomforting hostility had faded away. Shi Shang suddenly reached out and hugged his neck. Her actions were so sudden that Yuji was shocked. He quickly moved the hairdryer away. The young lady's soft voice rang in his ears. Can you not lock me up? The sound of the hairdryer was a little loud, making Shi Shang's voice hum. If you don't run, I won't lock you up. Yuji turned off the hairdryer and reached out to stroke her half-dry hair. I'm not running. Why should I run? There's food and drinks here. There's also a handsome man to sleep with. Why should I run? I'm here for you. Why should I run? Why should I believe you? Why don't you believe me? Yuji suddenly froze. Why didn't he believe her? Yes, why didn't he believe her? Then you have to go to the office with me tomorrow. I can't let you out alone for the time being. Yuji took a step back. It was indeed quite pitiful to lock her up at home. Most importantly, she was addicted to games and didn't even know how to eat. I thought you would let me go to school. Indeed, his wife's thinking was different from normal people. You don't need to go to school. Yuji put one hand on her back. You'll have everything in the future. Including you. Yuji paused. He put down the hairdryer and held her shoulders with both hands, making her look at him. Do you know what you're saying? Yes, I'm asking, do you have a place in my future? Yuji suddenly chuckled. Of course. Chapter 1693. After Yuji and Shi Shang finished their meal, Shi Shang saw that there was still a long way to go before he could level up. He didn't plan to play games and followed Yuji to the study. Perhaps because Shi Shang was too obedient, Yuji indulged him a lot. Third Master, this is the itinerary for tomorrow. Shi Shang read out the itinerary and glanced at the girl who was pacing around in the study. He felt hopeless. What was going on? Why did Third Master let her into the study? Okay. Yuji didn't even look up. She's going to the company with us tomorrow. Get ready. Huh? Shi Shang thought he was hallucinating. Third Master wanted to take her to the company? Was this a joke? But Third Master was never joking. Oh my god, what's wrong with Third Master? Yuji. Shi Shang held a book in front of him. Yuji waved for Shi Shang to leave. Shi Shang left the room with a strange expression. When he closed the door, he saw the girl snuggling into Yuji's arms. Yuji didn't look gloomy at all. Instead, he had a gentle smile on his face. Third Master. Did he really fall in love with a child? How scary! Shi Shang shuddered and quickly closed the door. Shi Shang opened the book in front of Yuji. Aren't you going to explain this to me? Yuji glanced at the book and his expression changed. He quickly closed the book. Where did you find this? Shi Shang pointed at the end of the bookshelf. There, it's there. Yuji looked in the direction he was pointing and his expression became gloomier. This isn't mine. I don't read this kind of book. Really? Yes. Yuji put the book aside. Only one person could enter his study. Well, there was one more person now. Shi Shang swung his legs. Where did this book come from? Did it run in on its own? Someone brought it in, but it wasn't me. Yuji explained patiently. Really? Yes. Shi Shang propped his chin up and swung his legs. How long will it take you to finish? It was so boring to wait alone. A while more. Yuji looked at the book in front of him. Go to sleep if you're tired. I'm not sleepy. Can I use your account to play games? She wanted to kill someone. Although her account could trick people, she couldn't kill people happily. Yuji was silent for a while, then he put her on the chair next to him, took out the computer and turned it on for her. The password is your birthday. You even know my birthday? Don't tell me you've investigated all 18 generations of my ancestors? Yes. Yuji was as honest as ever. Shi Shang was speechless. Why did he find such an honest pervert adorable? Shi Shang logged into his account. His friend list was very short. Other than her, there was only Hua Feihua. Who is this Hua Feihua? Shi Shang asked casually. The person who put the book in my study. Then I have to beat him up. He actually dared to put this kind of book in his wife's study. All right. Hua Feihua, who had no idea what was going on, was about to be beaten up by the two of them. PM, Hua Feihua. Hey, why are you online at this hour? I say, where did you get that little girl? I thought you didn't like girls in the past? Why are you so serious this time? You even asked me to escort you. Do you know how expensive my appearance fee is? PM, Hua Feihua. Are you into online dating? Oh my god, how can someone like you be into the trend? This is a miracle of the century. PM, Hua Feihua. Oh my god, come to Windy Island quickly. I'm being attacked. My level is too low to win. PM, Hua Feihua. Where are you? Shi Shang read Hua Feihua's message to Yuji. He didn't even frown. Ignore him. Shi Shang obediently ignored Hua Feihua and went to the arena using Yuji's account. The pharmacist's main job was to heal, so his damage output was too low. However, a RMB player could make up for it with equipment and tools. If his skills were good and his level was high enough, the pharmacist could kill him easily. Yuji's equipment was average, so it was obvious that he didn't spend any money on it. Shi Shang reconfigured Yuji's account and familiarized himself with the skills. He immediately rushed into the arena. With Shi Shang's skills, as long as it wasn't a fake account like yours, he could do anything. Thus, the players in the arena saw a pharmacist crazily killing people and quietly climbing to first place in the arena. When Hua Feihua found Shi Shang, the first thing she saw was the glaring number 1. PM, Hua Feihua. UG, what happened to you? Did those weirdos in your family find trouble with you again? PM, Hua Fei Hua, President Yu, can you talk to me for a moment? I abandoned so many of my brothers and sisters to come to this server for you. Why don't you have any brotherly love? PM, Hua Fei Hua, what's wrong with you? PM, UG, I just want to kill someone. Are you done talking nonsense? Why is this person so annoying? PM, Hua Fei Hua. Who are you? Booster leveling. He had known UG for many years and knew him well. This man wouldn't talk like that. Booster leveling nowadays was so good. PM, UG, I'm the miracle of the century you're talking about. PM, Hua Fei Hua, vomiting blood. PM, Hua Fei Hua, damn you. Oh my god. You're living together. What did UG do when I wasn't around? PM, UG, it's not appropriate to say that we're living together. He's the one who locked me up. PM, Hua Fei Hua. Hua Fei Hua didn't say anything. Shishang saw UG's phone light up. There was a text message. UG looked at his phone and replied with a few words. After replying, he looked up at Shishang. What did you say to him? Shishang generously showed him his laptop. UG's eyes darkened when he saw the last sentence. You don't like living with me? I didn't say anything wrong. You were the one who locked me up. Shishang shrugged innocently. UG looked at her deeply. There was a strange emotion in his eyes. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. This is the result. You have no right to change it. Shishang, my wife, you're amazing. I'm looking forward to the day when you regain your memory and get slapped in the face. I hope you're not pretending to be obedient. Shishang, it's hard to guarantee that. UG looked away and continued to read his documents. Shishang pursed his lips and returned to the game to continue killing people. World, famous after one battle. UG, what's the meaning of this? You're guarding the resurrection point. Are you crazy? There were 2 teams in the arena. The system would randomly assign the teams to kill each other. Every night at midnight, the score would be tabulated. The winning team would receive a reward. Shishang had been killing people on the battlefield. When he was talking to Hua Fei Hua, he stopped his account at the resurrection point. It was worth mentioning that there were 2 resurrection points in the arena. However, they were shared by both sides. The location of the resurrection point depended entirely on luck. Shishang was guarding the resurrection point. After being killed by Shishang a few times, famous after one battle couldn't help but get angry. World, UG, why do you care where I kill? As long as I can get the kill. World, famous after one battle. Do you have a grudge against me? Why do you have to block me? Chapter 1694. Becoming famous after a single battle was very infuriating. Guarding the resurrection point in the arena was actually not a very popular thing to do. The people who came to the arena were either there to train their skill proficiency or to kill people. Who would be so bored as to guard the resurrection point and kill people? World, Daily News. Isn't this the guru? Why did he go to the arena to revive? World, UG. No, I'm a pharmacist. I'll die a horrible death on the battlefield. I can only guard the respawn point. World Doctor of all diseases. Pfft. Almighty, please take a look at your head count. The champion of today's arena actually dared to say that he would die miserably on the battlefield? World Fleeting Time. I saw that he didn't move. He must be talking to someone. There were practically no safe zones in the arena. Aside from the resurrection points, players who had just resurrected normally did not have much attack power. If they were enemies, they could easily kill them before they could even react. World Daily Report. Am I the only one who feels that Guru UG is a little abnormal today? In the past, he had always been a booster leveler. Aside from leveling up and completing quests, he did nothing else. Today, not only was he in the arena, he was even in the world channel. Was this really him? World corpses everywhere. Wasn't UG's substitute leveling with your grandpa before? World in business. Your grandpa is still being killed by the people from the god's abode in the novice village. If they don't go to the dungeon to explore, who knows what they are doing? World Daily Report. Isn't the flowing water pavilion carrying Overwhelming Smile to level? It must be because Overwhelming Smile's level is too low. In any case, she's the only one who can open dungeons. It's normal for her to enter dungeons after her level is high. Previously, the instance dungeons had cried and fought so fiercely, but the main character did not make a sound. No matter how hard they fought, it was useless. World corpses everywhere. Does that mean Overwhelming Smile has chosen to cooperate with Flowing Water Pavilion? World. Humans and dogs walk different paths. Overwhelming Smile has a grudge against Tranquil Moonlight of Earthly Paradise. She definitely won't choose a guild that has something to do with Earthly Paradise. Among the remaining guilds, there are only Flowing Water Pavilion, Divine Abode, and Seamless Squad. If she doesn't choose from these, how else can she choose? With her current level, how could she enter a dungeon by herself? Every gamer was an expert in analysis. Sure enough, there were experts among the people. Originally, he had been talking about UG, but in the end, he had switched from UG to your grandpa, and then from your grandpa to Alluring Smile. The world's skewed story was an unstoppable force. World. Famous after one battle. UG, come to the PK arena if you have the ability. Famous one battle was only one level away from UG, and he was ranked 11th below UG. It was no wonder that Famous one battle's resentment was so strong. He could squeeze into the top 10 if he killed UG. World. UG. You want to PK me, a pharmacist? Did you not take your medicine today? Becoming famous in one battle was a cleric. It was a character that could attack from afar or close range. However, this character was also very difficult to control. Usually, only experienced players would choose this character. Noobs definitely wouldn't be able to play cleric. As long as a cleric played well and had a medicine master with a large amount of healing, they would be almost invincible. World. Famous after one battle. You are one level higher than me. Why are you afraid to come? World UG. What's the point of bullying a pharmacist? I won't fight with you. If I accidentally win, you'll be so embarrassed. World Starry Sky Winter Snow. Ha ha ha, Guru is so cute. World. I won't leave if you don't abandon me. What kind of cute is this? This is called arrogance, right? If you don't understand, don't use words carelessly. World. Famous after one battle. You think you can beat me? UG, you're too conceited. Stop bragging over there. If you have the ability, come to the PK arena. World. UG. Didn't I kill you many times in the arena? World. Famous after one battle. That's because you guarded the resurrection point. World. UG. I killed that too. World. Famous after one battle. UG. Are you afraid? Guarding the resurrection point and killing people. What kind of guru are you? You don't have the guts to come to the PK arena. You just don't have the guts. Guru, he said you don't have the guts. Shang poked the man next to him. The man's face was still a bit gloomy. It was clear that his anger hadn't dissipated. He opened his eyes slightly and his gaze fell on the screen. He quickly scanned the content and said in a calm voice, "If you can beat me, then go. If you can't, then call me." Shang. Why was this reaction so strange? Wasn't the answer in the novels of the overbearing CEO? You'll know if I have the guts if you try? World. UG. Come, I'm not scared of you. Come to Moonlight Hazy Sand. Why go to the PK arena? World Starry Sky Winter Snow. Ha ha ha, Guru is so domineering. The players in the game all knew that PK didn't drop experience or equipment. It was just pure PK. However, It was different in the wilderness. Not only did they drop experience, but they also dropped equipment. World scattered corpses. Let's go and watch. Famous after one battle. Don't be a coward. We'll wait for you at Moonlight Hazy Sand. World, humans and dogs walk different paths. You're number 11 on the famous after one battle. You're only one level behind Guru UG. If you win, you'll surpass Guru UG and squeeze into the top 10. Don't miss this opportunity. Famous after one battle didn't say anything, but the world chat was full of people egging him on. Perhaps because he was afraid of being called a coward, Famous after one battle finally agreed. World, famous after one battle. Let's go. Shang left the arena and teleported to Moonlight Hazy Sand. There were some places in Moonlight Hazy Sand that didn't have monsters, so it was very suitable for a group fight. Shang chose a place, and the spectators in the world chat were instantly in place. Famous after one battle came late. World spectators. Famous after one battle, where are you? Don't tell me you're scared. World, famous after one battle. Right away. By the time famous after one battle arrived, 3 minutes had already passed. Area, famous after one battle. How are we going to fight? Area, UG. Experts decide victory in one move. We'll decide victory in one round. Famous after one battle was a bit hesitant. Deciding victory in one round was very disadvantageous. If there was a mistake or some other factor, there would be no chance of a comeback. Area. Famous after one battle. Okay. There were so many people. If he backed down, then he was a coward. How was he going to survive in the game and pick up girls in the future? Area, UG, let's go. Famous after one battle didn't hold back and immediately used a skill. The cleric's long-range skill first interrupted Shang's skill, then quickly closed in. The light from the skill made his figure look a bit strange, and his speed was extremely fast. Shang didn't use a skill at all. When famous after one battle skill came flying at him, he used his positioning to dodge the attack and appeared behind famous after one battle. Area, business talk business. Guru UG's positioning is amazing. Area, daily broadcast. Why else would he be a guru? Area, red bean. Who will win? Area, humans and dogs walk different. I bet on Guru UG. Area, starry sky winter snow. Speaking of, which server is Guru UG from? Area, daily broadcast. No, I know all the gurus from the other 6 servers. While the discussion was going on, famous after one battle was having a hard time. He was a cleric, but he was being suppressed by a medicine master. Could he still play? However, his opponent's positioning was strange, and he couldn't attack at all. It was as if his opponent was playing with him. Was this thing in front of him really a medicine master? This speed was too fast. Chapter 1695. In the end, famous one battle fell to the ground because he couldn't heal himself in time. He had lost almost 1 level of experience and had even dropped an orange equipment. It was a painful loss for him to become famous in one battle. World, famous one battle. You cheated. You used items. Medicine masters couldn't be that fast. She must have used items. World, UG. You can't use items? You didn't say so before. How can you blame me? World, daily report. You didn't say that you couldn't use items. It's impossible for medicine masters not to use items. Medicine masters were restricted by the class. Players both loved and hated them. Most of the time, medicine masters were protected at the back and wouldn't go to the front. Therefore, it was unfair for a cleric to fight against a medicine master. Famous one battle didn't say that he couldn't use items, so he couldn't blame him. He cursed a few more times and left angrily. Shang went back to the arena to continue killing people. Who knew that famous one battle would call people to stop her in the arena? It seemed like he wanted to kill her out of the game. This was a classic case of calling for a van if he couldn't win. Shi Shang completely destroyed instant fame and the people he had called over. The world chat was once again thrown into chaos. Most people were shocked by Guru Yu Ji's skill. To think that this guru, who used to be a leveler all year round, actually had such an amazing player. Shi Shang was in the middle of killing people when someone suddenly picked her up. It's time to rest. Hey, I'm not done yet. Shi Shang grabbed her laptop and hugged it back. Unfortunately, her character was already dead when she let go. Ah, he's dead. I almost killed him 10 times in a row. Yu Ji hugged her with one hand, took the laptop away, and slammed it shut. If you continue to play games like this and don't sleep, you're not allowed to play games anymore. Shi Shang leaned into his arms and said weakly, "You're so annoying." Yu Ji carried her out of the study and sent her back to her room. Yu Ji used to live in this room. Now that Shi Shang was living in it, he had no intention of changing her room. Instead, he went to another room. In the middle of the night, Yu Ji heard the door open. He opened his eyes but didn't move. Then he felt the bed sink. A small figure was climbing onto the bed and curling up under his blanket. Her small hand slid down his chest and slowly across his waist. "How did you get out?" Yu Ji grabbed Shi Shang's hand, turned on the bedside lamp, and stared at the girl beside him. "I walked out. I can even walk through walls." Shi Shang met Yu Ji's gaze and answered matter-of-factly. "I locked the door. There are people guarding outside." "Oh, I hacked the door open." "Where is he?" "Hack it too." Shi Shang paused. "Do you think you can lock me up in that room? Can those people watch over me?" "Yu Ji, I'm someone who dared to kill people in your house. Do you think I'm so harmless? If I'm not willing, you'll never be able to lock me down." Yu Ji, he let go of Shi Shang's hand, and Shi Shang immediately went over to hug him. Yu Ji was actually a little at a loss and didn't know where to put his hands. He took a deep breath. "Go back to your room." "No." Yu Ji pulled her hand and wanted to carry her back to her room. Shi Shang was unwilling. "If you dare to send me back, I'll leave immediately." Yu Ji's hand paused. After a long silence, he lay back on the bed. "You're not allowed to move around when you sleep. You're not allowed to talk in your sleep. You're not allowed to snore or drool." He hit Shi Shang's head with the words "no" several times in a row. "You're so nosy," Shi Shang muttered. Yu Ji turned off the light and pulled her small body into his arms. His warm hand was pressed against her back, and he patted her gently as if he was coaxing a child. There were no romantic thoughts. He was very peaceful. Shi Shang was very puzzled. Since he didn't have any special fetishes, why did he snatch her back? "Yu Ji." "Yes." "Why did you snatch me back and lock me up? Do you like me?" "Yes." "Are you a pedophile?" "No." Yu Ji denied. "I just like you." Shi Shang got up and looked at him. "Do you feel especially close to me when you see me? Do you feel very familiar?" Yu Ji pulled her back. After a while he replied, "Yes." "That's great." "What?" Shi Shang laughed. "The person I like happens to like me. That's great." "You." Yu Ji seemed to want to say something, but in the end, he didn't say it. He pressed Shi Shang's head into his arms. "Go to sleep. I have to wake up very early tomorrow. I have an early meeting." Shi Shang hugged him. His whole body was almost wrapped in him. The familiar scent made Shi Shang feel very at ease. The next day, Shi Shang was still asleep when Yu Ji carried her out of bed. She opened her eyes and looked at the man who was already neatly dressed. She reached out and put her arms around his neck. She glanced at the window. The sky was just beginning to brighten. "So early?" "Yes." Yu Ji put her down on the bed and picked out a few clothes from the wardrobe. "Which one do you want to wear?" Shi Shang's eyes were still a little sore. "Anything." Yu Ji looked around and finally chose a small white dress. Shi Shang frowned and pointed at the blue dress that Yu Ji had given up. "That one." Yuji didn't say anything and changed the white dress into blue. Get changed. I'll wait for you outside. Shang changed out of her wrinkled pajamas and put on the dress. She walked out in her slippers. The door that she had broken last night had been replaced with a new one. The minister stood behind Yuji and was talking about the meeting later. When Yuji saw her coming out, he stopped the minister and led her downstairs. He personally helped her put on her shoes and carried her into the car. The minister watched from the back. What was third young master doing? This wasn't the way to raise a child bride. When we reach the office later, I'll ask the minister to buy breakfast for you. What do you want to eat? Yuji asked Shang as he looked at the documents. Shang lay in the back seat and rested her head on Yuji's lap. She curled her legs slightly and leaned against the car door. She narrowed her eyes. I want to eat what you cook. The minister who was driving almost hit the car in front of him. How dare she ask third young master to cook breakfast? She must be crazy. If I can't cook today, can I cook for you tomorrow? Yuji's tone was very gentle, as if he was negotiating with him. The minister's heart almost collapsed. Third young master, you're the third young master who makes people feel afraid at first glance. How can you speak in such a tone? Don't ruin your image, okay? Okay. Shang turned over. Did you bring your computer? Yuji looked at the minister and the minister immediately squeezed out a space. Yes, Mississippi. There are computers in the company too. You can play whenever you want. Shang nodded. As long as there were games to play, she wouldn't feel bored. If she wasn't bored, she wouldn't want to kill people. Playing games could calm her mind and cultivate her character. Crazy. Don't you know that you'll be arrested and sent for electrotherapy if you're addicted to games? Shang looked at Yuji, who was working almost all the time. Are you very busy? Yes. The eccentric Yuji honestly expressed that he was very busy as usual. Indeed, a CEO who was so bored that he even had the time to make sauces everywhere was someone else's. Chapter 1696. Shang didn't know how busy he was until he arrived at the company. Even in the office, there were people coming in to report to him or he was watching a video. He didn't even stop for a moment. He was even dealing with emails during lunch. Shang, the girl who suddenly barged into Yuji's office, surprised the employees, but no one dared to ask. Shang realized that everyone in the company was afraid of Yuji. Of course, how could a pervert not be afraid? Your grandpa's account had always been logged in on the computer at home. Shang logged in on his laptop and saw a sea of people in front of him. He opened the map and saw that almost the entire beginner village was filled with people. F***CK. What happened? PM, monster in front, are you there? PM, your grandpa, what's going on? PM, monster in front. Killing you gives luck. They're all here to freeload your luck. Look at your level. Shang opened the information and was shocked. He had already reached level 1. PM, monster in front. Killing you at a low level will give them other missions. It's easy to get their level back. Killing you later won't cause them to lose levels. On the contrary, they'll gain luck. Although luck is a one-time use item, they can farm you infinitely. Your grandpa, you're a monster. A defenseless monster. PM, your grandpa. 66666. This development team really knows how to play. Flips table. I'm not doing this anymore. Shang used his hack and teleported himself out of the beginner village. He found Blizzard, who was leveling up, and stood beside him. Most of the players who were chasing after him were no match for a Divine Palace player. They didn't dare to go up to him. Nearby Halaboda. What's there to be afraid of? Divine Palace only has a few people. Go. This shout was like a command to charge. All the players rushed up to Shang. Shang, Divine Palace players. They were just leveling up. What were they doing? Team Tian Lingling, Damn, why are there so many people? Call for reinforcements. Team, Tian Lingling. I'll call for reinforcements. Team, your grandpa. Where's your guild leader? Team Tian Lingling. Guild leader isn't here. How did you attract so many people? Team Demon Spirit. No, there's no alchemist in the team. We can't hold on any longer. When will the reinforcements arrive? Team, your grandpa. I'm in high demand. Isn't it normal for them to hunt me down? Shishang was hiding behind them. With her low HP, she would die if she went out. She did not want to run back to the respawn point without a potion. That's not right. Level 1 seems to allow you to buy resurrection items. Shishang opened the shop and quickly bought the resurrection items. Then, she rushed into the crowd. After she died once, she realized why she had bought the resurrection items. She wasn't going to slap him to death. Shishang was lying on the ground, but the enemy team's apothecary forcefully pulled her up. Shishang's cheat code made it impossible for the enemy to pull her up, so she just lay there on the ground. You have the ladder to cross the wall. I have Zhong Liang's stratagem. I won't get up. Nearby, your grandpa. Stop. Nearby, your grandpa. Stop, 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 stop. Shishang repeated this several times before the chaotic battle finally came to a stop. Coincidentally, the players from Divine Manor arrived at this moment. Without hesitation, they unleashed their skills, and the battle became chaotic once more. Shishang. In many fights, the players could no longer remember the original reason for the fight. It was even more so in the game. Shishang took the opportunity to slip away while they were fighting. She parked her account on an empty map and thought about using a cheat code. But what kind of cheat code should she use? Host, it's not good for you to play the game like this, right? You can't beat them, so you use a cheat code. Is this really okay? Is this game trying to mess with me? I don't care, I'm going to use a cheat code. I'm going to torture those players to death. Shishang changed her output and set a cheat code that could not be checked. Even if the game company found out, they could not do anything to her unless they stopped the server. You play the game like this? A voice suddenly sounded behind Shishang. Shishang raised her head and looked at the person standing behind her. She said coldly, "That's right, this is the highest level of playing the game." If she couldn't play the game well, then she would play the game company. Yuji didn't say anything. "I'm going out for a meeting. You stay here and don't leave this door." "Oh." Shishang lowered her head and ignored Yuji. Yuji. He couldn't even compare to a game. Yuji asked Minister Shu to keep an eye on her and not let her go out. Minister Shu thought that even if the door was open, the gaming god inside wouldn't take a step out. Shishang changed the output. The people on the other side had already finished fighting. After they finished fighting, they realized that the person they were looking for was long gone. World, your uncle. Cold River Terrace. Come and watch if you have time. World Daily Broadcast. What? World, your uncle. Watch me torture people. World Onlooker. Are you kidding? At your level, you can kill people with a finger. You torture people? How? World, your grandpa. Why don't you poke me with one finger? World Business Talk Business. Ha ha ha, no skill is a finger tap. World Onlooker. I'm just giving an example. Why are you picking words for me? World, asking for a beating, balabalabala. Compared to the chattering people in the world, the action people were much faster. They had already blocked Shishang. These people thought that Shishang was so easy to kill. They went up and used their skills. In the end, they found that Shishang didn't die, but they died. Shishang used his skills and people fell one by one. World names must be long, 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 long. Is this a fantasy? Isn't she only level 1? How can she kill so many of us? World Hardworking Bean. Damn, the output is crazy. World Slaughterer of the World. Is she cheating? Who can have such a high output? World. I'm a plate of dishes, Bug? World, your uncle. I am cheating. Report me. World, slaughterer of the world. World daily broadcast. World onlooker. Cheating is cheating. Can't you keep a low profile? This is not something to be proud of, okay? You're still so arrogant. Aren't you afraid of being drowned by people's spittle? World little bunny's good. Cheating in a game, how stupid are you? World, your uncle. It's reasonable to say that people who cheat are either straight A students or rich people. World daily broadcast. Although I think this is a bit weird, it's very reasonable. People who can write cheats are usually straight A students. World little bunny's good. Who knows if she wrote it herself? World daily broadcast. That also proves that she's rich. World, little bunny's good. World, business is business. No matter what, cheating is not allowed in the game. It's better to report it and wait for the officials to deal with it. Shi Shang soon received a cordial greeting from the customer service. The other party should have checked her account and found that it was abnormal. When they found that the account could not be blocked or banned, they greeted her. System. Customer service 010. Hello, are you cheating? System. Your uncle. Yes. System. Customer service 010. Please don't cheat in the game. This seriously affects the balance of the game. The company will deal with your behavior. Chapter 1697. Shi Shang waited for customer service to copy the message and typed slowly. System. Your uncle. You can just ban my account. Why are you telling me so much? Customer service 010 was furious. If they could ban her account, why would they talk nonsense with her? They suspected that she had hacked the game. Otherwise, why couldn't they ban her account? System. Customer service 010. Player, please don't cause chaos in the game. Otherwise, we will call the police. System. Your uncle. Go ahead. The registered ID card isn't mine. System. Customer service 010. Shi Shang closed the customer service dialogue and switched back to the world channel. The world channel was in chaos and everyone was discussing her cheating. World. Your uncle. Come on, let's fight. The world channel suddenly became silent. Who would dare to fight with you if you were cheating? Why didn't customer service ban her account? She admitted that she was cheating. And how could a level 1 account do that kind of damage? Even an idiot would know that she was cheating. What was the game company doing? Why didn't they ban her account? The game company was bombarding Shi Shang's private channel and checking her IP and registration information. However, it didn't work. The people in the game didn't care. They couldn't find the IP at all. They did find the registration information, but the person who registered it was from the game company. The other party said that they didn't know anything. They couldn't find anything. Private, monster in front. Did you really cheat? Private, your uncle. Otherwise, how could I beat them? Private, monster in front. Amazing. Private, snowstorm without return. Did you cheat? Private, intentional waves. Did you cheat? Their messages arrived at almost the same time. Shi Shang copied monster in front's answer and replied one by one. Shi Shang scrolled through her enemies list, from high to low. As long as someone killed her, she would kill them one by one. Shi Shang found that her killing experience increased faster than others killing her. Sure enough, killing was the right way to unlock the game. World green traces. Your uncle is crazy. Is it fun to cheat and kill people all over the world? World. Your uncle, of course. Why play a game if you don't kill people? Go play Lien Lien. Besides, you guys had fun killing me before. Why don't you let me kill back? World, humans and dogs have different paths. In addition to killing people, you can also pick up girls in games. World. Your grandpa, that's all you've got. I'm different from you. I'm a person with great ambitions. World, daily report. What is your great ambition? World, your grandpa. Play until the game company admits defeat. World, humans and dogs have different paths. World Daily News. System, GM38. World, asking for a beating, even Samba is out. You have already attracted the attention of Samba's CEO. What a great ambition. They had seen a lot of people provoking the game company, but most of them were just clamoring and didn't actually do anything. World, Jing Ku. Why didn't you block her account? Wasn't she cheating? Is your game company condoning cheats now? How are normal players like us supposed to play? System, GM38. F*CKU, didn't cheat. Her account is a special account, and there are different rewards for completing hidden missions. When GM38 said this, he didn't believe it himself. But if he didn't say it now, it would cause panic in the game. It was very scary when the players made a fuss. World Daily News. Why didn't I know? Other servers don't have this setting. System, GM38. That's because they haven't been killed so many times. GM38 put up the picture showing the number of times Shang had been killed. It had already exceeded 10,000 and was going towards 20,000. Everyone was speechless when they saw the number of times Shang had been killed. Some people who had played the game for a few years didn't even have that many deaths. World famous after one battle. Then isn't she invincible now? With such high damage output, who can beat her? How can the game company allow such a bug to exist? There's a problem with your setting. How can we players play at ease? System, GM38. Everything is possible in the divine domain. Every character and every mission would have a different playstyle. There would never be a one-sided situation in the game. The GM made up a story on the World Channel, and everyone was skeptical. GM38 poked Shang bitterly. System, GM38. God, where did you come from? Don't play our game, okay? What do you want? Name a price. We've already said that as long as your request isn't too much, we'll agree to it. This person could tamper with the game's data and let the game run smoothly. This proved that this person's skills were already above theirs. He was a hacker. People like them were still miles away from hackers. System, your uncle. I just want to play a game. But this account is too deceptive. I can't even kill a single person. I had to change it myself. System, GM38. Are you a hacker? System, your uncle. I guess so. After all, I haven't been certified. But technically speaking, I guess so. System, GM38. Are you serious? System, your uncle. Do I get paid for lying to you? The GM was silent for a while. He probably went to report and discuss. After a long time, the GM finally replied. System, GM38. We can give you a max level account. Don't cheat in the game. It's unfair to other players. There was no law that said that hackers couldn't play games. If this person was just playing a game, the game company didn't have to offend a hacker. System, your uncle. I think this account is pretty good. Also, you've explained before that if I suddenly disappear, it'll be more suspicious. System, GM38. You make it sound very reasonable. The discussion between the GM and Shang didn't work. The main reason was that Shang was stubborn. The game company made a few conditions, but Shang didn't agree to any of them. The company felt that they should call the police. It was too dangerous for such a dangerous person to exist in their game. The game company was in a mess. Shang was also in a mess in the game. He put a bounty on each person who killed her. If she met them, they would be killed miserably. But soon, people realized that after being killed by Shang, their luck would increase. The people who were cursing in the world suddenly swarmed over to seek death. The mobile lucky NPC Shang. This game was toxic. Who the hell designed this game? Hashtag have you seen a group of people being hunted down? Have you seen a group of people being sent to their deaths? Have you seen a special account that's comparable to cheating? If you haven't, welcome to Spring Jinjiang. Hashtag this post went viral on the forum. People in the old server were getting restless. They all opened alternate accounts to see this legendary mascot of Spring Jinjiang. Asterisk, this is a fake group. Little Fairy, vote for the mascot. Cherub, who? Shishang? Feng Ci. Little Fairy, butt face. Cherub, TSK. System. No, what do you mean? Cherub, I don't want a vase. Little Fairy, but face, even they don't like you. What's the use of you? System. I can be a vase. Little Fairy, Cherub. Chapter 1698. Minister. The minister was slightly surprised to hear someone calling him. He turned around and asked, Miss, what's the matter? Where's the toilet? There was no expression on Shishang's bun face, but it was still very cute. Her face was pink and puffy, and her eyes were clear and bright. Yet at times, they gave people a feeling of unfathomable depth, completely unlike a child's. There's a toilet in third young master's office. Go through that door. The minister pointed to a door in the office. Shishang ran over to open the door, but found that it was locked. The toilet door was connected to Yu Ji's room. He was used to locking it. Even the minister didn't have the key. Yu Ji was in a meeting now, so the minister didn't dare to disturb him. He took Shishang to the public toilet on this floor. Hey, where did such a cute girl come from? When Shishang came out, a few employees who came to the toilet were standing not far away from her. They were curious when they saw her. Sure. The person next to her pulled the employee. What's wrong? The person motioned for her to stop talking. Shishang walked to the exit, and the few people spoke. President, you brought her here this morning. I don't know who she is, but Special Assistant Shang said that we can't talk about her. You have to be careful. President, you brought her here? Doesn't President you keep the living away and the dead away? Why would he bring such a lively girl in? Who knows? Hurry up and go to the toilet. We still have work to do. That person obviously didn't want to talk about this topic. They couldn't afford to offend President Yu. If they didn't, they would lose their jobs. Shishang washed her hands and came out of the toilet. A young lady ran towards her with an anxious face. Miss Yao, you scared me. Hurry up and come back with me. Shishang. Who is this person? Shishang looked around and didn't see the minister. This person also had Yu Ji's company's work pass. Shishang felt that it was a bit strange. Yu Ji wouldn't let anyone other than the minister pick her up. The first reason was that he was afraid that she would run away. The second reason was that he trusted the minister. Who are you? Where's the minister? Miss Yao, you know Special Assistant Shang? Shishang frowned. She was even more certain that this person wasn't here for her. Then it could only be Yao Hua. I'm Yao Yi, not Yao Hua. Shishang walked around her and headed towards Yu Ji's office. The person you're looking for is not me. Miss Yao, what are you talking about? The young lady was dumbfounded. Then, she said anxiously, don't be stubborn. Come back with me. This person probably wasn't in the company when she came. Later on, the minister told the people in the company not to talk about it blindly. Hence, they didn't know that Yu Ji had brought someone to the company. She just didn't know why Yao Hua had also come to the company and was even handed over to her to watch over. In the end, Yao Hua ran away and mistook her for Yao Hua. Miss Yao, don't go that way. The young lady followed behind Shishang. Shishang ran a few steps forward. Who knew that she would run into Yu Yao, who was coming out of a meeting room. He grabbed Shishang. Why are you running? Shishang's body leaned forward when she was suddenly grabbed. Yu Yao wanted to support her, but Shishang nimbly avoided him. She leaned against the glass window behind her and looked up at the tall man in front of her. She shouted angrily, Are you guys crazy? I already said that I's not Yao Hua. Yu Yao's gaze fell on Shishang's clothes. Her clothes were different from Yao Hua's, and her personality was also different. Buzz, buzz, buzz. At this moment, the entire corridor was suddenly filled with alarms. All the doors started to close. Is there a fire? The young lady asked curiously. These doors were made of special materials. When there was a fire, they could be used to block the fire. As long as there was no explosion, it was absolutely safe to stay in the space isolated by these doors. Shi Shang watched as the door to Yu Ji's office was closed. She had a bad feeling. Mississippi. The minister hurriedly walked over from the other side. Why did you come out from here? Shi Shang glanced at the toilet in the distance. The toilet had 2 doors, one on the left and one on the right. Shi Shang went in from the minister's side, but came out from the other side. There were a few people blocking the way to the toilet just now. She subconsciously walked in the direction where she could see the door. After all, it was rare to see a door that could be entered from both sides. Third young master must have found out that you're missing. Shang Shang's face was ashen. I'll call third young master first. The minister called Yu Ji, but Yu Ji's line was busy. He had no choice but to call the office. The phone rang for a while before it was picked up. The minister heard a familiar voice on the other side of the line. He quickly told Shi Shang where he and the young lady were. He also said that the young lady didn't run away. She just came out to use the toilet. The alarms stopped ringing. Soon, a comforting voice came from the radio, saying that it was just a drill and nothing serious happened. The closed doors opened one by one. Yu Ji came over with a few people with a gloomy face. The moment he saw Shi Shang, his gloomy face turned slightly better. His footsteps were a little fast, and he ignored the people standing nearby. He only saw the little girl in the blue dress. It was as if he had found a treasure that he had lost and was secretly happy with a sense of relief. It wasn't until he reached out and touched her fluffy head that he felt completely relieved. Shi Shang leaned towards him. Why did you bring her out? Yu Ji's gaze was too frightening. The minister broke out in a cold sweat. Third young master, the room in your office was locked. He couldn't be blamed. Who knew that third young master would end the meeting so quickly? There was supposed to be more than half an hour left. Third young master couldn't keep track of time these days and came back whenever someone came back. Yu Ji remembered that the room had been locked all this time. He also didn't remember that she needed to use the toilet. The minister barely escaped with his life. Third uncle. Yu Yao greeted Yu Ji. This person was really Yao Yi. He thought that the two people were talking nonsense. It turned out to be true. His third uncle really took Yao Yi away. As for his cheap brother's death, third young master Yu and him had the same father but different mothers. His mother passed away early. His father remarried and had a son. Yu Ji looked at him indifferently. What are you doing here? Grandpa asked me to come. Yu Yao gathered his thoughts. But third uncle is busy and I can't see him for the time being. So I told third uncle's assistant about this. The assistant behind Yu Yao had an ugly expression. It was obviously not a good thing. What's the matter? It's not a big deal. Grandpa said that second sister is getting married next month. He asked third uncle to give second sister some shares as her dowry and fulfill his duty as an elder. What? Before Yu Ji could say anything, the minister panicked. Why does second miss want third young master to give her dowry? What does second miss have to do with third young master? Special Assistant Shang, I'm just passing on Grandpa's words. Yu Yao removed himself completely. Besides, third uncle is our elder. Second sister is about to get married. It's not inappropriate for third uncle to give some shares to the younger generation. Third uncle hasn't said anything yet. Why are you so agitated? Yu Ji raised his hand to stop the minister and said without changing his expression, since old master said so, I will do as he says. Chapter 1699. Yo, what's going on? You're having a meeting in the hallway. A frivolous voice came from around the corner. A man in a pink suit walked over casually. Yu Yao's brows furrowed slightly for a moment, then he concealed it and nodded slightly. Third Prince. I think I heard you want Yu Ji to give you shares? The man ignored Yu Yao and said in a frivolous tone, What's going on? Do you think shares can be given away so easily? Third Prince. It's for your sister's wedding. Third uncle is an elder, so it's a blessing for the younger generation, Yu Yao explained. Blessing? Your third uncle's family fortune was sponsored by me. To put it bluntly, everything he has was given by me. You guys want my things? The third imperial prince coldly snorted. Isn't your Yu family's appetite too big? Third Prince. Yu Yao looked up and met Third Prince's gaze. Your sister is the future crown princess. So what? Third Prince snorted. Even if she's the crown princess, my status is higher than hers. You want to use your status to suppress me? Yu Yao. That wasn't what he meant at all. What he meant was that in the end, these things still gave face to the royal family. Shi Shang secretly took out his iron sword. While Third Prince and Yu Yao were talking, he suddenly dashed out and slashed with his sword. She was small and appeared suddenly. Yu Yao didn't expect to be attacked and was greatly shocked. Shi Shang had the upper hand for a moment. Although Shi Shang was weak, the power of the iron sword was great. He knocked Yu Yao to the ground in a few moves. Then, like a queen, she ordered, Throw him out. Damn it, how dare you talk nonsense in front of my wife? I'll kill you. Third Prince. The minister. The onlookers. What did they just see? They saw a lowly defeat a person with a sword. And this person was the CEO's relative. Shi Shang stabbed the iron sword into the ground and the ground cracked open. Everyone swallowed involuntarily. Was that a real sword? Damn, who gave a lowly a real sword? Are my words useless? Shi Shang looked at Yu Ji. Throw him out. Yu Ji tilted his head and instructed the minister. The minister was speechless. It wasn't third young master. Although he was angry at the Yu family's behavior, throwing people away, wasn't that a little? Alright, that was not too much at all. The minister hurriedly called for people to drag Yu Yao away. Yu Yao was in a state of confusion the whole time. It was only when he was thrown out that his anger and shame exploded. Disperse. Disperse. Gather around and do your work. The minister ordered the onlookers to disperse. Yu Ji stepped forward and took the sword from Shi Shang's hand. It was surprisingly light. A trace of surprise flashed across his eyes, but he quickly felt that it was familiar. Since it was familiar, he did not dwell on it. He bent down and picked up Shi Shang, walking towards the office. Why are you here? The third prince came back to his senses. With both hands in his pockets, he followed behind in a carefree manner. Let me see your miraculous story of the century. Shi Shang leaned on Yu Ji's shoulder and looked at the third prince. Was this person Hua Fei Hua? The third prince of this world's royal family? Such a person was actually a member of the royal family? The royal family was doomed. The third prince winked at Shi Shang. I didn't expect you to find a little lowly. I say, Yu Ji, even if you're so desperate you can't be choosy, you have to take a look at how young she is. Can she handle you? You're so. Yu Ji turned to look at the third prince. The third prince coughed. Ahem, it's a slip of the tongue. I'll pay attention in the future. There's a minor here. The few of them entered the office. The minister was tactful and did not follow. Little girl, what's your name? The third prince looked at Shi Shang with a smile, like a strange uncle who was kidnapping children. Don't touch my people. Yu Ji's voice was slightly cold. He placed Shi Shang on his usual chair and placed the iron sword on the table. You should remember my rules. Yu Ji, aren't you too petty? I just wanted to talk to her. I didn't steal her from you. The third prince leaned directly on the table and his gaze fell on the iron sword. This sword is real, right? You gave this sword to her. Aren't you afraid that she'll stab people randomly? This is her own. Her own. The third prince's eyes lit up. Oh, little darling, can you show it to your brother? No. Shi Shang refused expressionlessly. Shi Shang reached out and pulled the iron sword back to hug it. Why are you the same as Yu Ji? The third prince curled his lips. Then tell your brother, what's the name of this sword? I think it's very powerful. What's its name? Shi Shang tilted his head and thought for a while. The iron sword's body shook. It was going to add another one to its harem. Scorching Sun Sword. Yep, this name was very domineering. Iron Sword. What exactly was domineering about it? The third prince. What Scorching Sun Sword? I've never heard of it. Why did it feel like it was from a game? Yu Ji reached out and pushed the third prince away. He warned, don't come within 1 meter of her. The third prince was not convinced. I was wondering why you were so domineering. The third prince pulled Yu Ji to the side and said in a low voice, don't tell me you really like this little loli? How old is she? Is she even 12 years old? You came here just to tell me this? Yu Ji, she's still so young. Even if you raise her by your side, are you sure she'll be able to follow you when she grows up? You'll be old by then. Although you're quite handsome, which young girl nowadays would like an old man? Yu Ji, listen to me. I know what I'm doing. I don't need you to remind me. I just don't understand. This little girl doesn't have anything she wants. She's just a little cute. What exactly do you like about her? Which of the women I found for you are worse than her? And they're all ready-made. If you keep holding it in like this, you'll sooner or later have problems. Shi Shang had already slipped back to play the game while the two of them were talking. After the third prince finished persuading Yu Ji had something to deal with, so he left both Shi Shang and the third prince in the office. This action proved that he and the third prince had a good relationship. They could trust each other, so Shi Shang let his guard down a bit. The third prince got a computer from somewhere. Little girl, I heard that you used a cheat. Let's go. I'll take you to kill someone. Yu Ji will kill you if you come so close to me. The third prince's expression froze. He took the computer and walked over to Shi Shang. I say, little girl, why do you listen to him so much? Don't you think he's very perverted? He's very perverted. Shi Shang nodded in agreement. Then why aren't you afraid of him? The third prince stretched his head over curiously. Because I like him. What does a little girl like you know about like? The third prince snorted. You only think that he's good-looking now. When you grow up, he won't be so good-looking anymore. What do you know? Shi Shang's face was full of disdain. The third prince who was being looked down upon. How could he, a person who had more years of experience than her, not know better than her? What was in the minds of children these days? You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.